You're listening to Reading Fightin Phils Baseball on the Phils Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome today from Shoretown Ballpark in Lakewood, New Jersey. Exhibition baseball for you this afternoon as the Reading Fightin Phils will take on their single-A affiliate, the Lakewood BlueClaws, the Jersey Shore BlueClaws to be precise, in Lakewood, New Jersey. The name change over the course of the last couple of seasons. They are the Jersey Shore BlueClaws, and we are in Lakewood, New Jersey. My name is Bob McCool, and my broadcast partner for the 2023 baseball season in Baseball Town is Jake Starr. Jake, first and foremost, welcome to the broadcast booth with me. Expect to spend this season broadcasting Reading Fightin Phils baseball. Promises to be an exciting season, and it is an exciting time right now as the Fightin Phils will get a little butterflies out of their system before starting the regular season on Friday with a little exhibition action today against the BlueClaws.
Bob, pleasure to join you up here in the booth tonight and all season long. And our Phils fans excited for Bob and myself to bring you the coverage of all our Phils home games starting next Tuesday. But first, as Bob said, dust some of the cobwebs off. Got some baseball coming up in about 20 minutes and should be a good one, seeing some of the Phillies' best prospects in single-A and double-A tonight.
Yeah, this is obviously the evolution of the chain. A number of the players on this year's roster were here last year playing for the BlueClaws and now moving up, and there are some enticing names that Reading Fightin Phils fans will get to learn over the course of the summer months. Some who may be here in Lakewood will also be joining the Reading Fightin Phils as the season goes on. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more as tonight's game progresses. We'll take a timeout, back with more of our pregame show from Lakewood, New Jersey after this.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Welcome back. You're listening to Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network, again alongside Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. 2 major events going on in terms of the franchise and the organization today. We'll talk about first on the baseball side of things, and that was the official release of the Reading Fightin Phils roster for 2023. It is still a little bit expanded upon in terms of what it will actually be come on Friday when the Fightin Phils will get their schedule underway, their season underway in Richmond. But in terms of names on the roster, that's of course what fans want to see, who's going to be in Baseball Town in 2023. And there are certainly some names that jump out of you. The most compelling one, I suppose, at this point in time is a name that certainly was bantered around all throughout the offseason, and that is starting pitcher Mick Abel.
All offseason long, two names that Fightin Phils fans and really Phillies fans really were excited about, Andrew Painter and Mick Abel. Unfortunately, Painter currently shelved on the injured list with a right elbow injury. Obviously, we hope to see him back soon, but Mick Abel, number 2 prospect in the Phillies system, and he's one of those guys that all the buzz at spring training was around Andrew Painter, but don't get lost. Mick Abel, he only had a 3-inning sample size in spring training with the big club down in Clearwater, but he looked good, once as a starter, once out of the bullpen, and he impressed. And really excited to see what Mick Abel can do this year. For our Phils fans, you hope you can get a good dose of Abel this year, but if he pitches the way that we expect him to pitch, might not be a long stay in Reading this year for Abel, but just so many guys bob up and down the roster to get excited about.
Yeah, and obviously, again, in terms of the number of prospects and the ranking of prospects, as Jake said, Andrew Painter obviously is the number 1 ranked prospect in the Phillies organization. Mick Abel is as the number 2 ranked prospect. Both of them ended their season last year pitching in Reading, but it was for a relatively brief stay in both cases. And obviously the stay for Mick Abel will be for, well, as long as Mick Abel needs to before he would be elevated in any way. And all of that depends on what happens along the organization and how long and how well Mick Abel progresses over the course of the season. He'll get his first start on a Friday night, or actually I'm not sure if it's going to be Friday or Saturday. Talking with Al Padrique yesterday in terms of whether he was going to start Friday or Saturday. I believe he's going to start the second game of the series on Saturday in Richmond. And in terms of on the field on an everyday basis for the Fightin Phils, another name that is among the top prospects, and he will be manning center field today, and he'll be manning center field almost every day in Reading, and that is one of their top prospects as well in Johan Rojas.
Rojas, another guy who it feels like down at spring training was a human highlight reel for the Phillies. Multiple diving catches, especially early on in camp with the big club, and he's a guy that was speedy. He's going to steal a lot of bases. He's going to cover a lot of ground in the outfield, and he's got a nice hit tool as well for Johan Rojas. So one of those guys really excited to watch him play and watch him progress this year. And he's a guy that same thing, just like Mick Abel. If he plays it well early on in the season, he can force some things, knock on some doors, AAA, professional, major league level over these next couple of months. But as long as we have him here in Reading, really excited to see what Johan Rojas has to offer.
Yeah, there's 2 things that jump out about Johan Rojas. One is, as Jake said, his speed. He's a different kind of a player in a lot of ways. It's kind of almost in today's game, it's a throwback. Although the base stealing is now, because of the pitch clock and everything else that's going on with baseball and the rule changes of baseball, base stealing suddenly is becoming a little bit more paramount in the game of baseball. But Johan Rojas can run, and he can play center field. In fact, a lot of scouts will tell you that he could probably play center field in the major leagues right now defensively. The question now about Johan Rojas is how he will progress as a hitter. So Fightin Phils fans will get a chance to see him do his thing in center field, and hopefully he will be able to hit as well. He split his season a year ago, playing all but about half of his season in Jersey Shore, and then played 60 games in Reading, hit .260. But on the stolen base category, he stole 29 bases last year in 33 attempts in his time in Reading. He was 33 out of 34 when he was here at Lakewood. So getting it done for Johan Rojas is what he will do and progress in terms of his ability with a stick. Another couple of prospects that are in the mix, and very interesting prospect, and that is Carlos De La Cruz. When you look at Carlos De La Cruz, you immediately think, well, why did the bus get off and leave the basketball team here? Because that's what Carlos De La Cruz looks like, is a basketball player. He's 6'8", he's 210 pounds, but he is really starting to grow as a prospect in the Phillies organization.
Slim build, like you said, 6'8", 210, but don't let that skinnier frame fool anybody. He can mash, hit some home runs once again in spring training. Feel like that's the recurring theme, is guys on this roster who have had good springs, but De La Cruz, another guy who hit some really good home runs in spring training, hit for power as well. So excited to kind of see what he can do this spring.
Yeah, they list him as an outfielder. He'll play at first base today. He's a great target as an infielder to throw to at 6'8", manning the first base bag. We're going to take a timeout, back with more of our pregame show. You're listening live on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services. community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R Phils fans, see an R Phils road game, meet with an R Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star R Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the R Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an R Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Phitins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
Welcome back. Shoretown Park Plaza is the site of today's exhibition game as the BlueClaws of Jersey Shore welcoming the Reading Fightin Phils for an exhibition game. And we mentioned that there were two big storylines coming out of Reading today. One was the release of the schedule. That was the on-field side of things. The off-the-field side of things is quite literally off the field. A brand new addition to First Energy Stadium. And if you've bitten down Center 61 in any way or gone past the stadium at any time, you certainly have seen the construction that has been going on for quite some time. And now the front facade has pretty much been completed and will be completed for opening day next Tuesday. And now, Jake Starr, it has a name to go along with its identity.
And we can call it the Redner's Event Center. That's been one I think we've been really excited as an organization to unveil for a while now. This year, it's going to look pretty on the outside. The inside still has some work to do. But when it's finished in 2024, home and visitor clubhouses, brand new state-of-the-art batting cages, weight rooms, female locker rooms, mental health and recovery rooms. In addition, upstairs, a ballroom.
I intend to spend a lot of time in that portion of the building. I just want to throw that out there for you.
I think Padrique was saying last night, it's a great spot for players to take a pregame nap, too. But upstairs, a event space that can hold 500-plus people, weddings, bar mitzvahs, banquets, you name it. And then in the off-season, the home and visitor clubhouse turn into the R Phils Club and the Baseball Town Club, depending on which one you're in. Great for events of 25 to 50 people. It's going to be great in 2024. All this information you can find at rphils.com on our main page. You can find more on the Redner's Event Center at rphils.com/Redner's Event Center. But in 2023, still a lot of new things coming. Brand new home run wall, brand new lights at First Energy Stadium, too. They were tested last night. They can flash, better illumination than ever before. They can change colors. It's going to look great. So many new additions this year, Bob, in the next couple of years, and can't wait to see it happen. I know our fans feel the same way.
Yeah, and the beauty of all of this is that it's all brand new, but it's all designed to look like it's always been there, and that's the piece of the puzzle that kind of is the finishing touch that makes it all a part of Reading and with what the organization wants to do. So if you kind of look at it from the perspective as you being a fan sitting in the stands and looking out, it's almost like a movie theater, a movie set. The front is done and it looks like it's finished, but behind there's a whole lot of work going on as the building will be done. As Jake said, the plan is for it to be done in its entirety and ready to roll in 2024. But for this season, it will certainly have a new look, and it will also bring a new element to the game as well, because with that brick facade that will just essentially be a part of right center field, there's going to be different bounces, there's going to be different caroms, there's going to be windows in that building as well. So how the ball will ricochet off of that building is going to bring a whole nother element into the field of play as you're a spectator and the fans. And as we're talking about Johan Rojas, he's going to get the opportunity to learn how all those caroms will reflect off the wall, whether it hits a glass, whether it hits a brick, and which direction it may kick.
Yeah, that new home run wall in right field, 10 feet higher than before, but also in 10 feet. Right. So still have to hit it the same distance-ish if you're a hitter. to get it over the fence. But you think of it almost in the sense of a green monster, where only 310 feet down the line at Fenway, but that's a high wall, over 30 feet. So if you're an outfielder, you have to learn those caroms. You have to learn how it's going to ricochet off the wall. It's kind of like that jet you see in left center field at Citizens Bank Park, beneficiary to Real Muto's inside the park home run back in the playoffs. So it's one of those where if you're an outfielder and you're going up against the wall, last thing you want is to hit high off the wall and shoot over you. So guys like Rojas, those guys who are going to play center field, right field as well, have to be aware of that and know how you're going to play those hops. Will be an adjustment, but that'll come as the season comes along.
It's just another added piece of the puzzle at First Energy Stadium. Again, home opener is a week from today. 6:45 will be first pitch as the Reading Fightin Phils will welcome the Hartford Yard Goats for the first of a 6-game series. The Plaza will open up at 4:45. All kinds of events as you would expect. And a part of all of that will be what Jake and I are going to do as part of a pregame show. Each and every night we'll have our pregame show, and we'll be recording it from the Plaza. And as of right now, the plans will change, obviously, depending upon what first pitch is, but 5:15 will be the time that we will record it. So we'll welcome you as you're out at the Plaza, and whether you're out to enjoy the bands, whether you're out to enjoy the food, an adult beverage, whatever you might be, stop on by, say hello to us as we're recording our pregame show. That will be right past the team store, the Brentwood Industries team store, right down as you first walk in the Plaza. That's where we'll be to record our pregame show. And right now, tentatively scheduled to be our first guest on that pregame show is the new boss in town, and that is Al Padrique. He's a very fascinating man. He is been around the game of baseball his entire, I'll say his adult life, but it really started from the time he was 17 years old. He was drafted by the New York Mets as a 17-year-old out of Venezuela, and now over 40 years in the game of baseball. He's been at the major league level. He's been a very successful minor league manager, and now comes back and comes to Reading for his first tenure with the Philadelphia Phillies organization. I think fans will really learn to appreciate a really interesting guy and a great baseball guy in the new coach and the new manager, Al Padrique.
He's had an incredible journey through his baseball career, one that almost didn't happen. As he told me when we first talked in February, he almost gave up baseball as a whole at 17 years old, but he stayed with it. Really a guy who went through it in minor league baseball, 17 years in professional systems, and then eventually made his major league debut. As down below us, Al Padrique and Greg Brodzinski, the manager for each side, are coming out to exchange lineup cards. But great journey, has been through every level coaching, every level playing, has awesome insight to offer. And Bob, you kind of hit on it. Just such a down-to-earth guy, someone we've really enjoyed working with since they've gotten in town. And you know these players, everyone who comes through Reading this year, the fans, the front office included, are going to love having Al Padrique leading the charge.
Yeah, so Coach was with the Marlins last year. He was the third base coach with Don Mattingly last year. And, of course, the director of player development in the Phillies organization is Preston Mattingly, Don Mattingly's son. And so when he became a free agent, when Don Mattingly resigned, stepped away from the Marlins, Preston Mattingly called up a family friend, if you will, in Al Padrique, who had been with the Yankees organization for a number of years, and said, Coach, how would you like to come to Reading? And that is where he is now, and he is the manager for the Reading Fightin Phils in 2023. Exhibition baseball for you tonight. The Reading Fightin Phils taking on the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be lineups and first pitch right after this on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
Can't make it to the ballpark? The Art Phils Radio Network has you covered. Legendary Berks County broadcaster Bob McCool is joined by Jake Starr, and they'll bring you radio coverage of all 69 Art Phils home games in 2023. Tune in on the Fightin Phils YouTube channel, Twitch account, Facebook page, or at artphils.com/radio.
The Savage Auto Group Ram Club puts you close to the action on the field, with seating in the front two rows located directly behind the Fightin Phils bullpen down the right field line. Fans will enjoy terrific waitress service and have counter space for their food and drink. Fans can reserve the area for 36 people or book any amount of tickets.
Keep up with everything Art Phils on social media. Follow us for exclusive content such as highlights, interviews, features, and much more. Find us on Twitter at Reading Fightins, on Instagram at Fightins, on Facebook by searching Reading Fightin Phils, and even on TikTok. Keep up with one of the mostly followed teams in all of minor league baseball on social media.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the R Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip-It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip-It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Welcome back to Shoretown Ballpark in Lakewood, New Jersey. Exhibition baseball for you tonight. The Reading Fightin Phils taking on the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Again, we will be your broadcast team for Reading Fightin Phils baseball throughout the home schedule, the 2023 season. And again, the season for the Reading Fightin Phils gets opened up on a Friday. They will be in Richmond to take on the Flying Squirrels Friday 6:35, Saturday at 6, and then Sunday at 1:35. And then the home schedule gets underway. 6-game homestand against the Hartford Yard Goats 1 week from tonight. 6:45 is first pitch. The plaza opens up, Tompkins Plaza opens up at 4:45. We want to thank some of the sponsors who will be part of our pregame show as this season rolls on. Each and every game will have our cross-country mortgage loan officer, Joanna Arias, will present the R Phils team leaders in each and every home game as a part of it. And also PSECU will give you our nightly attendance report. A smattering of fans in attendance tonight. Gates were only opening up at a little after 4:30, so some fans no doubt will still be rolling in as this game gets underway, and this game is about to get underway. And it's time now for us to take a look at our starting lineups presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. For the Fightin Phils, leading off, the aforementioned Johan Rojas in center field. Batting in the 2-hole will be left fielder Ethan Wilson. Batting third and playing at first base is Carlos De La Cruz. Batting in the cleanup spot is third baseman Matthew Kroon. Batting fifth is right fielder Barron Radcliffe. Batting in the sixth spot and catching is Max McDowell. Batting in the designated hitter spot tonight and in the 7-hole is McCarthy Tatum. Batting eighth is Wendell Rijo. He's at second base. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Pedro Martinez. Yes, I did indeed say it's Pedro Martinez. And they will be taking on BlueClaws left-hander Gabriel Cotto. Young man Jake, who is getting his career rolling for the fight in the Phillies organization.
Spent all of last year with Clearwater, made 17 starts for them.
Johan Rojas swinging at the first pitch, lofting it down the right field line, and will just fall foul. Wind is blowing from right to left, and I think that ball probably landed a little closer to the foul line than maybe Rojas thought, because he didn't even break out of the box, and it was not foul by a whole lot. I'm thinking that the wind may have kept that from initially he thought it was going to go into the stands, and it did not, but it does fall foul and harmlessly down the right field line. Leandro Pineda, the right fielder for the BlueClaws, giving a chase as Rojas now takes a called strike two from the 6'5" left-hander Gabriel Cotto on the mound for the BlueClaws.
3-3 for 4.57 ERA in Clearwater last year.
0-2 pitch is beaten into the ground. And the former middle infielder Al Padrique, who is in the third base coaching box, will pick it up, toss it aside. Al Padrique in the third base coaching box, and Ray Ricker, one of his assistant coaches, his bench coach, is in the first base box. No balls, 2 strikes, the count to Johan Rojas. This one is down and low, ball one. Rojas, as we mentioned, played both here in Jersey Shore last year and in Reading. 70 games at Jersey Shore, 60 of them played in Reading. 1-2 pitch to him. He's way inside. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rated as the number 6 prospect in the Phillies organization. Out of San Francisco de Marcaros in the Dominican Republic. This one grounded towards second. Hao Yu Lee, a very promising prospect that we'll talk about as this game progresses for the BlueClaws. Fields it without a problem, and Rojas is retired for the first out in the first.
Middle infield for Jersey Shore, 2 guys that we'll probably see up here in Reading, whether it be at this year or next year at some point, but 2 really exciting prospects for the Phillies. Hao Yu Lee at second, recent signing of the Phillies. Casey Martin, the draft pick out of Arkansas a few years back as well. 2 guys that Fightins fans should be excited to see down the road.
Ethan Wilson, now the batter. One of 3 left-handers in the lineup. Actually, 2 left-handers, and Martinez, the 9-hole hitter. The shortstop is a switch hitter. Ethan Wilson, first pitch to him is a ball. The second one is tapped towards the right of Yao Lee. He'll make the play and make the throw at first base without a problem. So 2 ground balls to the second baseman for 2 outs. And so far, so good for Gabriel Cotto on the mound for the BlueClaws, as he will face Carlos De La Cruz.
I don't know about you, Bob. This is the first time I ever broadcasted a baseball game with a pitch clock. And it's pitch clock works up here, too. I feel like you have a lot less time to talk between pitches as you usually would when there was no pitch clock before.
Game is moving along quite rapidly with the advent of the pitch clock. As we say that, De La Cruz calls timeout, so that'll reset the pitch clock. Batters are allowed to call a timeout. De La Cruz kind of digging his way in, putting that back foot on the back end of the batter's box as he settles in. And the first pitch to him is over for a called strike. Again, 6'8", 210-pounder, originally out of Yonkers, New York, went undrafted coming out of high school, 2017, just 23 years of age. As he takes this one low and away, ball one, 1 ball and 1 strike.
17 home runs last year, over 102 games, split between here in Jersey Shore and up in Reading.
Pitch to him is up high, which is a challenge. At 6'8" to get a pitch up that high, but that one was up high, and it's now 2 balls and a strike to De La Cruz with 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. This one is outside, and now 3 balls and a strike. Jared Carr's in left. Marcus Lee Sang is in center. Leandro Pineda, as we mentioned, at first. Jake mentioned that Hao Yu Lee is at second base. Casey Martin at short. Nick Ward is at third. Rickson Wingrove is at first base. And Anthony Quirion is behind the plate as De La Cruz fouls this one straight back. And now the count is full with 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Second baseman Hao Yu Lee playing about a couple of steps to the right of that second base bag.
And this one over for a call, strike 3, and that will do it for the Fightin Phils in the top half of the first as Cotto strikes out De La Cruz looking. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left through a half in Lakewood. No score.
Gear up for Fightin Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phils team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback black R-Train R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Welcome back to Shoretown Ballpark. Reading Fightin Phils now in the field as the BlueClaws will come to bat, and we'll take a look at their starting lineup, again presented to you by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Leading off in center field is Marcus Lee Sang. Hao Yu Lee, as we mentioned, one of the top prospects in the Phillies organization, is batting in the 2-hole. He is at second base. Leandro Pineda, the right fielder, bats third. Batting in the cleanup spot is the first baseman, Rickson Wingrove. Batting fifth is the catcher, Anthony Quirion. Batting sixth is the shortstop, Casey Martin. The 7th spot is the designated hitter, Jamari Baylor. Batting 8th is the third baseman, Nick Ward. And batting 9th, the left fielder, Jared Carr. They are facing, for the Fightin Phils, left-handed pitcher, David Parkinson. And he delivers the first pitch to Marcus Lee Sang over for a called strike 1.
David Parkinson gets the opportunity today to not pitch all of last year, so first competitive start in a while for him.
And he misses on the second pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Marcus Lee Sang. 11th round pick of the Phils in the 2019 draft, drafted out of high school. It takes this one outside for a ball. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Parkinson split 21 between Reading and Lehigh Valley. 1 game in Reading, 20 in Lehigh Valley. 7.93 ERA over those games.
This one grounded back towards the middle. Making a play to his left is Pedro Martinez. Juggled it for a moment and will have no chance to get Marcus Lee Sang, who has good wheels and batting left-handed, gets that much of a faster jump. So Martinez fielded it but couldn't field it cleanly. And Sang will be safe at first base.
See what they roll that here. Should be an error. Probably a play you could say Martinez should have made, ranging to his left. Would have been a tough one, but definitely a makeable play. Still waiting for the official decision up on the scoreboard. But it's that speed of Marcus Lee Sang that a lot of Phillies fans can be excited about.
So that will bring Hao Yu Lee to the plate. Sang taking lead off of first base and Parkinson missing up high. They do rule it a base hit on the scoreboard, so that is the first hit of the game. Sang again safe at first base. It was a tough play for Martinez if he fielded it cleanly, whether he would have gotten Sang with a clean pickup. But once he bobbled it, it was no chance at all as Lee takes one for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yao Lee is regarded as the number 5 prospect in the Philly system. Signed as an amateur free agent from Taiwan. This one tapped towards first. De La Cruz will make the play by himself. It will allow Sang to move up to second. So it'll be a fielder's choice. Lee retired at first base. Sang moving up to second with one out here in the bottom of the first.
That's the right play by De La Cruz. You could try and get antsy and go second, but it's a harder throw for a righty to completely reverse against the grain and make that throw. Goes the easy way to first, gets the out. Still have an out man in scoring position here for Pineda.
Leandro Pineda is indeed the hitter, another left-hander. There are 5 left-handers, and Coach Greg Brzezinski's lineup today facing the left-hander Parkinson. This one slips out of Parkinson's hand, goes behind the batter and all the way to the backstop, and that will allow Marcus Lee Sang to move up to third base on the wild pitch. As soon as Parkinson released that, he had that immediate look to his fingers, to his hands, as the ball slipped out of his hands. It went behind the hitter Pineda and all the way to the backstop.
Just one of those, did not get on top of that curveball, completely lost at arm side. It's one of those things that more reps will get more comfortable with.
So 1 ball and no strikes now to Pineda, and this one is over on the outside corner for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's the thing of a guy like Parkinson, hasn't pitched in a year or so. It's going to take a lot of opportunities. He's going to get 3 innings today, Padrique told us, so good chance for him to try some things out.
This one, a big swing and a miss by Pineda, comes up empty. May have foul tipped it, but caught in the glove by McDowell. So it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Pineda. Runner at third with 1 out. Now the infield moves up. Originally they were back. Now with 2 strikes, they move up. Here's his 1-2 pitch, ripped into the hole and through for a base hit. So with the infield drawn in, it gets by Martinez, and it'll turn it into the first run as Leandro Pineda with a clean single through the 5-hole and a base hit for an RBI.
Good piece of hitting. Outside fastball, stayed inside of it, shot it the other way. Martinez has great range, but Bob, when the infield's playing up, it's tough to get over there. So Jersey Shore strikes first, and hey, they're giving a leadoff base runner, Marcus Lee Sang. Played some small ball, took advantage of a couple mistakes by the Phils, but credit to Jersey Shore. Good professional at-bats.
Fielder's choice gets him to second. Wild pitch gets him to third, and then the base hit by Pineda brings him home. 1-0 BlueClaws on top as cleanup hitter Rickson Wingrove will step to the plate, but now he will have 1 less base runner as they pick off Pineda at first base. So the pickoff throw is a good one by Parkinson, and Pineda is retired on the pickoff at first base, and now 2 outs in the inning. It will go as a caught stealing for Pineda, and now Wingrove batting with the bases empty, 2 outs and a run in. This one over for a called strike 1. Wingrove played in the World Baseball Classic for Team Australia and actually had a pretty good run. He was 6 for 16 in that series. This one he takes a little bit inside. Catcher Max McDowell holding on to the ball as if he was thinking that was on the plate, but instead it's called a ball. 1-1 pitch is up high. Now it's 2 balls and a strike. To the left-handed batting Rickson Wingrove. Originally from Newcastle, Australia. 6'4", 240-pound left-handed hitter. This one is fouled out of play down the third baseline. So now the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. BlueClaws manager Greg Brzezinski is at third base. Chris Adamson, their bench coach, is at first base. This pitch is lifted into center field. Rojas has it in his sights. He'll squeeze it for the third and final out, but the BlueClaws do get a run. They do so on 2 hits. They leave none after 1 complete in Lakewood. It is the BlueClaws 1, Fightin Phils 0.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. We head to the top half of the second inning. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCoy. You're listening to the Reading Fightin Phils radio network as the Phils come to the plate here in the top of the second inning, down 1-0. They'll stand 4, 5, and 6 to the plate, battling against left-handed pitcher Gabriel Cotto. It'll be Matthew Kroon, Baron Radcliffe, and Max McDowell due up in Al Padrique's lineup here in the second. And the first pitch is a ball. The second is actually was a called strike, and the second is a ball. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike now to Matthew Kroon. Leading off here in the second. This one tapped foul.
With that, Al Padrique, a nice barehanded, one-handed play in the third base
coaching
coaching box.
It's a tough decision, but you have that decision. Do you make the play? Because if you don't, you're right in front of your own dugout, and you know you're going to get it from your dugout if you boot it. There's a swing and a miss here by Kroon, and he comes up empty, and that'll be out number 1 here in the second. So Matthew Kroon, a strikeout victim. That's actually back-to-back strikeouts for Cotto as he's retired De La Cruz and a strikeout to finish the first. So 1 out here in the second with Baron Radcliffe stepping to the plate.
Nice off-speed pitch there from Gabriel Cotto. He's looked good. Deuced a couple of groundouts, now a couple of strikeouts.
Radcliffe steps in, tries to check his swing, but went around, and it may have been a called strike anyhow. Radcliffe, a big young man, 6'4", 228 pounders, 24 years of age as he steps into the left-handed batter's box and fouls this one out of play. Was born in Lansing, Michigan, but grew up in Georgia. His father, Vic, was a baseball player, was a 4th-round pick of the Kansas City Royals. Mom was an outstanding college basketball player. As Radcliffe settles in. And again, this time he does check his swing as the breaking ball is away, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Baron Radcliffe. Played last year predominantly here in Jersey Shore. This one is up high. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last year in 104 games here in Jersey Shore, he was hit .237, but with 17 home runs and 49 RBIs, and that's obviously the appeal in the Phillies organization. And as he beats this one into the ground. And actually, they're going to say it's a fair ball as the catcher Quirion will come out and field it. Radcliffe didn't break. Quirion didn't immediately break either. But it was out in front of the plate, and Quirion does pick it up and throw to first base in time to retire Radcliffe for the second out.
Yeah, just one of those that had some awkward spin on it. Thought it was going to roll foul and just sat out there. So Quirion goes out, and Radcliffe realized too late that it was a fair ball after the umpire signaled it, and little 2-3 out for Lakewood.
That'll bring up Max McDowell swinging at the first pitch, comes up empty. So Cotto has looked very good so far for the BlueClaws as he's retired 5 straight. As McDowell is behind 0-1, make it 0-2 as he catches the outside corner with that pitch, and now it's no balls and 2 strikes. McDowell, a native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, was in the Yankees organization the last couple of seasons. Tries to check his swing here, and this one's just outside. Catcher Quirion kind of framing it, hoping to get the third strike call, but doesn't get it. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to McDowell. This one is inside. Now the count is even.
Here, seeing Cotto go outside, go inside. Both missed, but still quality misses from Cotto. See what he tries to do here after back-to-back balls.
Breaking ball is over for a call. Strike 3, and that will do it. So 1, 2, 3 go the Fightin Phils again here in the second. When we come back on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network, we head to the bottom half of the second inning. The BlueClaws 1, Reading 0.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
We head to the bottom half of the second inning. The bottom of the second inning is presented to you by Cornwall Manor. Cornwall Manor is an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. We head to the bottom of the second with the Jersey Shore BlueClaws on top of the Reading Fightin Phils by a score of 1-0. Exhibition baseball for you tonight here on the Fightin Phils Radio Network, as Anthony Quirion leads it off for the BlueClaws here in the second. And facing left-hander David Parkinson, who throws a pitch up there that also looked like it slipped out of his hand. He had one slip out of his hands before that went all the way to the backstop. That one wasn't quite as out of the strike zone, but it did look like it slipped out of his hands. This one right back in our direction, but out of play. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Anthony Quirion, the catcher, who will be followed by Casey Martin and Jamari Baylor. That's 5, 6, and 7 in the BlueClaws lineup this afternoon. And this one is in the dirt, ball 2. Al Padrique expecting to play his starters in tonight's game for about 5 innings, but he does have intentions of having everybody get themselves at least 1 at bat and get out on the field. Parkinson is scheduled to pitch the first 3 as this one's tapped towards short. This time a nice and easy hop for Pedro Martinez, who makes the throw over in time for the out at first base. 1 up, 1 down here in the second.
Chance for Martinez to make amends for the play back in the first. And when you're a fielder, the first thing you want every time you make an error is you want that next ball right back at you. It took a few, but Martinez gets a chance to make a play and probably settles himself down a little bit.
So that'll bring up Casey Martin. Plays at shortstop for the BlueClaws. The promising prospect in the Phillies organization. Martin drafted out of the University of Arkansas in the 3rd round in 2020, just 23 years of age. This one ripped. Diving stab made by Martinez. Full extension of Pedro Martinez, about ankle high, makes the diving catch to his right for 2 outs.
That was an awkward one because that one wasn't like where you could just lunge out and get it. You had to lunge, drop down, and Pedro Martinez makes an excellent play on Casey Martin, who, as you talked about, Bob, another one of those exciting prospects for the Phillies. Still very raw, only a 189 career hitter into this year, but expect a lot from him this year.
So a little shortstop on shortstop crime there on the drip by Martin and stabbed by Martinez for the second out, which brings Jamari Baylor to the plate. And he swings through the first pitch, and it's no balls and one strike. So Parkinson working through the lineup a whole lot more effectively here in the second. As I say that, he bounces one up there for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Pitcher's best friend is contact early in at-bats. If you're Parkinson, hit your spots, but pitch to contact here. Let your fielders do the work.
Jamari Baylor, a third-round draft pick for the Phils in the 2019 draft out of Benedictine High School in Virginia. As he takes this one up high, ball 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, he's the designated hitter in the lineup for the BlueClaws today. This one's swing and a miss, and he's very late on that one, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one's inside, and now it's actually, it was 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the count is full to Baylor, so full count with 2 down. This one is tapped towards third. Going to be a tough play for Kroon, and he will not be able to make the play. It is a fair ball. It was a tough hop, and he would have had to make it clean and hurry the throw. And neither one was able to happen for Matthew Kroon as it rolls into foul territory, and Baylor is safe at first. So we'll see how they rule that. They put up as a base hit, which is the right call. So that's the 3rd hit now for Jersey Shore. And Baylor is a 2-out base runner for Nick Ward.
That's just one of those really tough plays. Hugging that foul line takes a really awkward carom. As Parkinson threw over, but Baylor back in time.
Parkinson did have a pickoff and successful one with Leandro Pineda earlier in his ball game back in the first inning. Got himself out of any further damage in that first after the BlueClaws put a run across on the RBI single by Pineda. Here with 2 outs is Ward, and he takes the first pitch for a called strike. Again, he is one of 5 left-handed hitters in the lineup today for the BlueClaws, facing a left-handed pitcher. Parkinson comes to the plate and comes a little bit low on this one, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike to Ward. Ward, a local product, played originally from Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Played his college baseball at Westchester, was on the 2017 National Championship team at Division II level for the Golden Rams as he fouls this one straight back, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Always appreciate a good Golden Rams shout-out on the broadcast, Bob. Westchester.
Anything for you, Jake.
My hometown. My brother currently a sophomore there. My dad went to Westchester as well. Great baseball program. Ward also played for Great Britain in last month's World Baseball Classic.
And this time the runner takes off. Throw down to second base is not in time. Martinez thought it was in time. Max McDowell, the catcher, with a great throw. And Martinez thought he had him. The umpire says no, he's safe. So it'll be a stolen base for Jamari Baylor. And he's now in scoring position with 2 down. And 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter, Nick Ward.
Throw beat him there, but Martinez may have been a smidge late with the tag as the throw was a bit in front of the bag.
So the 1-2 count now to Ward. Swing and foul tip that's held on to by the catcher, Max McDowell, and that's a strikeout to end the second. So no runs and a hit, 1 left for the BlueClaws here in the second. And we'll take a timeout on the Reading Fightin Phils radio network. When we come back, it is 1-0 Jersey Shore on top of Reading.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro and Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi, and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Reading Fightin Phils coming to the plate here in the top half of the third inning. Again, down 1-0 as they'll send 7, 8, and 9 due up against Gabriel Cotto, who's looked very good for the BlueClaws through the first 2 innings. McCarthy Tatum, designated hitter for the Fightin Phils tonight, will bat leadoff in this one and batting into the 7-hole, followed by Wendell Rijo and then Pedro Martinez. That's due up here for the Fightins in the top half of the third inning. 1 run on 3 hits for Jersey Shore. No runs, no hits for the Fightins at this point in time, but that's about to change as this one's lined in left center field and will roll all the way back to the warning track as Marcus Lee Sang will finally run it down, but McCarthy Tatum on the base pass as the Fightin Phils get their first hit, and it's a line drive into the left center field gap for a double from McCarthy Tatum. So Tatum, the Clovis, California native, on base to start here in the 7th inning, and then I'll bring up Wendell Rijo. Rijo, a familiar name to Fightin Phils fans. He was voted the team MVP last year. Played 94 games for the Fightins last year, playing a number of different positions, predominantly second and third base, playing at second base tonight for the Fightins as he takes this one for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Long look back to second from Cotto. Comes to the plate. Big swing, no contact for Rijo. Wendell hit .266 last year, 12 home runs, 53 RBIs, and a .353 on-base percentage. Originally from the Dominican Republic. Now 27 years of age and has been playing baseball since signed by the Red Sox at 17 years of age from the Dominican Republic as he lines this one down the third base line that will be fielded by the bullpen. Bullpens here at Shoretown Ballpark down the respective foul lines. Third base line for the Phils and right field line for the BlueClaws. Some action in the Jersey Shore bullpen right now. As Cotto now into his 3rd inning. Again, Cotto and Parkinson, the 2 starters, both expected to go 3 innings in this exhibition game. Now Rijo calls time at the plate. Nope, he does not. That's too late on the delivery. That's going to be a ball. So that's be our first pitch clock violation of the game as the home plate umpire signals to the pitcher. So that's an added ball on the scoreboard. Mike McStudy is our home plate umpire. Robert Mathias is the base umpire. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Rijo. Cotto comes to the plate, and this one's in the dirt. Nice block by Quirion. Keeps Tatum at second base. And the count now full for Rijo. And Albert Trique, the manager for the Fightin Phils in 2023 in the third base coaching box. His bench coach Ray Ricker in the first base coaching box. Tyler Henson back as the hitting coach for the Fightin Phils. Now in his 4th season in Reading, and returning as the pitching coach is Brad Burgesson, who was in Reading a couple years ago and then was in Lakewood last year and back in Reading. As this one is inside ball 4, so Wendell Rijo is a base runner. So back-to-back base runners for the Phils here in the 2nd. First walk surrendered by Cotto. And now 1st and 2nd, and still nobody out, and Pedro Martinez now will bat for Reading.
Victor Lopez, the arm warming up down in the bullpen for Jersey Shore, so expect to see him next inning.
Big swing, no foul tip for Martinez. In and out of the glove of the catcher Quirion. Martinez, originally from Venezuela, the home country of his manager, Al Pedrique. Signed as a free agent with the Chicago Cubs in 2018. Still just 22 years of age, as this one's fouled out of play. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. He's traded to the Tampa Bay organization from the Cubs in 2020. Played last year in Bowling Green, which is the same league, South Atlantic League, as is the BlueClaws. This one's on the inside corner for a call, strike 3, and Martinez retired. He doesn't like the call, but he is a strikeout victim, and the third strike. No, I was right the first time. It is the 4th strikeout recorded by Cotto, and that will bring the top of the order and Johan Rojas to the plate with now 1 out and 2 on.
Top of the lineup back up for the second time for the R Phils. Second time seeing Cotto. We'll see how they adjust after a quick first inning.
Rojas grounded out to second his first time up. Now you lead the second baseman a lot closer now to the bag because of the runner at second base in Tatum. Rojas again with a big cut. He was first pitch swinging his first time up and first pitch swinging this time as well. And comes and fouls it straight back. So Tatum takes his lead off of second. Rijo takes his lead off of first with 1 out here in the top half of the third. A bluff throwback. Tatum had no idea where the ball was. Cotto never threw it back, and Tatum didn't know where it was, and then all of a sudden just kind of dove back in. It was just shy of a pitch clock violation as well, because the pitch clock was at 2 seconds when Cotto finally turned and made that move towards first. So already had 1 pitch violation in this inning. Comes to the plate here, fouled again by Rojas. And so he's quickly ahead of Johan Rojas now, no balls and 2 strikes.
They had Tatum picked off. Hao-Yu Lee and the pitcher, Gabriel Cotto, just not on the same page. If Hao-Yu Lee's over at the bag when that throw comes, McCarthy Tatum's out by a good 3 or 4 steps. So Reading the beneficiary of a miscommunication from Jersey Shore. Let's see if Rojas and the R Phils can take advantage.
Again, long look. This time he does make the throw. Lee was not at the bag. So he had to throw it to Hao-Yu Lee, who kind of shakes his head a little bit because those two clearly are not in sync with one another right now. And Lee had to make sure that ball didn't roll out into center field.
I don't think Hao-Yu Lee has any interest in covering the second base bag right now.
No, I think he's much more worried about whether Rojas is going to hit it to him again. No balls and 2 strikes to him. This one fouled away. Rojas does a nice job that time to just keep himself alive. He was fooled on the off-speed pitch. So it remains no balls and 2 strikes to Johan Rojas. 2 on, 1 out here in the top half of the third inning. Tatum takes off. The throw down to third base is bobbled by the third baseman Ward. So Tatum apparently running on his own because Rijo, the trail runner, did not move up. The pitch was a called strike, so Rojas is a strikeout victim. So the runner, Tatum, moves up to third base. That'll be a stolen base for him, but a strikeout to Rojas, and there's now 2 outs in the inning and runners at the corners.
And same thing there, like we saw in the last inning. Throw beat the runner, McCarthy Tatum, in this instinct to the bag, with the third baseman Nick Ward unable to hold on to it. So our Phils had the tying run 90 feet away for Wilson.
Wilson rips this one down the first base line, but foul, and will roll harmlessly into the BlueClaws bullpen. So 5 strikeouts now for Gabriel Cotto in 7 outs recorded. But right now trying to work himself out of any kind of a jam here. A double by McCarthy Tatum, and then a walk to Wendell Rijo. So it's right now 1st and 3rd and 2 down for Ethan Wilson. This one way inside. Wilson has to get the hips out of the way, make sure it doesn't hit him. The count now 1 ball and 1 strike. And Cotto with a long look at Rijo has a nice lead at first base, but he misses outside on the pitch to plate. And now it's 2 balls and a strike.
A hitter's count here for Ethan Wilson. Looking for One pitch, one spot, trying to drive something to the outfield.
Cotto comes to the plate, misses way outside, and now he's run the count full.
Third baseman Nick Ward playing a good 25, 30 feet off the bag. Shaded towards second with the lefty up, so McCarthy Tatum at third has lots of real estate to work with and get pretty much as far of a lead as he wants off the bag. Right now, it's keeping it pretty conservative.
2 on, 2 down, 3 balls and a strike, and this one is outside. They're going to appeal to the base umpire as to whether or not he went around. They say he did not, so that's ball 4. So Wilson is also on base now by way of walk. Second walk surrendered in this inning by Cotto, and now the Fightins have the bases loaded and 2 outs. So they'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz, who was a strikeout victim to end the first. He'll bat and face Cotto now for the second time.
Well, Carlos De La Cruz, we know he's got power. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Chance for him to showcase some of that early on.
Pitch to the plate, lofted into left center field. Jared Carr, the left fielder, will squeeze it without a problem, and that'll do it for the Phils. So they do a little damage, but they can't put one across. They leave them loaded on 1 hit and a couple of walks. We are through 2.5, and the score remains Jersey Shore 1, Reading nothing. You're listening to the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
We head to the bottom half of the third inning. Our score remains Jersey Shore 1, Reading nothing. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. You're listening to Exhibition Baseball. Again, Fightin Phils in action beginning on Friday. They will head to Richmond, actually making the road trip to Richmond on Thursday, and get their regular season underway on Friday against the Flying Squirrels at 6:35, then Saturday night at 6, and then Sunday afternoon to round out the 3-game series at 1:35. Then back home to Reading for the start of the home series, and the home schedule begins on Tuesday night, April 11th, 1 week from tonight, as the Reading Fightin Phils will host the Hartford Yard Goats. We'll be on the air for our pregame show as well at 6:25. We will record that pregame show on the Plaza at 5:15. Invite you out. Plaza opening up. Tompkins Plaza at First Energy Stadium opening up at 4:45. Hope to see you at the ballpark on Tuesday, April 11th, as the Fightin Phils get their home season underway. They're down 1-0 here to the BlueClaws, as Jersey Shore will send 9-1 and 2 to the plate. That is Jared Carr, Marcus Lee Sang, and Hao Yu Lee scheduled to bat here for the BlueClaws, but it's a quick 3 strikes and done for Jared Carr. So David Parkinson now in his 3rd inning of work gets the strikeout. That's actually back-to-back strikeouts, as he struck out Nick Ward to finish the 2nd and strikes out Jared Carr to lead off the 3rd. So 1 down and the top of the order, and Marcus Lee Sang now batting for the BlueClaws. Expect to see a lot of people starting to sub in and out over the course of the next couple of innings. We'll try to keep you abreast of all those changes as they take place. As Sang fouls this one out of play. He got the run. He scored the run, got the first inning started on a ground ball to the left of shortstop Pedro Martinez. He could not field cleanly. They did say it was a base hit. And he came around to score on the RBI single from Leandro Pineda. That is the lone run to this point. We're in the bottom half of the third inning. And Parkinson quickly works ahead of Sang, no balls and 2 strikes. Comes with a pitch, try to get him to chase on the outside corner, but it's outside for a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Greg Brodzinski, first-year head coach for the BlueClaws. Last year he was an assistant coach with the Iron Pigs in Lehigh Valley. Is this a late swing and a miss? Strike 3. So that makes it 2 straight strikeouts to start this inning, and now 3 straight strikeouts for Parkinson, who's really settled in after some troubles early on. Working his way through the BlueClaws lineup now with 2 outs here in the third inning.
Not really nice to see from Parkinson. You can find a way to go 1-2-3 here against Jersey Shore to end the day. Probably only going to see him for 3. Got to feel good.
As Hao Yu Lee will settle in the plate. He swings at the first pitch, lobs it down the third baseline. It's going to stay fair. Ethan Wilson fighting the sun and will make the catch. And a rapid fire bottom half of the third inning for David Parkinson. And that will do it as the BlueClaws go 1-2-3 to finish off the third. Through 3 complete in Lakewood, New Jersey. The score remains the BlueClaws 1, the Fightin Phils 0.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit rphils.com/programs to check it out.
Welcome back to Shoretown Ballpark. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. You're listening to the Reading Fightin Phils radio network. The Reading Fightin Phils trailing BlueClaws 1-0 as the Fightins come to the plate here in the top half of the fourth inning. I throw things over to my broadcast partner for 2023, Jake Starr. Will take over on the play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Bob. Matt Kroon leads things off for the R Phils in the top of the fourth inning. New arm on the mound for Jersey Shore. Get that to you momentarily as the first pitch to Kroon misses upstairs for a ball 1-0. Victor Lopez in for Jersey Shore. Spent most of last year down in Clearwater, 22 appearances for the Threshers. Misses down for a ball. Counts 2-0 to Kroon. 22 games, 7-1 record, and a 6.03 earned run average. Here's the 2-0 home. Kroon takes it upstairs for a ball. 3-0. Lopez in for Cotto, who was impressive. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no earned, 2 walks, and sent down 5 R Phils on strikes. 3-0 to Kroon, the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. So Matt Kroon welcomes Victor Lopez with a 4-pitch walk, and that'll bring Baron Radcliffe up to the plate for the R Phils. No go on top 4 in a 1-0 ball game. Radcliffe 0 for 1 today. Had that awkward ground out that just sat just in front of the catcher, Quirion, back in the second. No one knew it was fair until the last second, and then Quirion threw Radcliffe out. First pitch home, driven into left center. That's down in front of Lee Song for a base hit. Station to station goes Kroon, and it's a no-out single for Baron Radcliffe, and the R Phils, like they were last inning, threatening 2 on no outs for Max McDowell.
And getting back to Radcliffe, that if the Phillies organization would love to see a little bit more of that. Nice job by him facing A new pitcher, the right-hander, going with the pitch a little bit out away from him and lined it in towards the left center field gap. And again, pretty much of a solid pull hitter and a big man at 6'4" and 228 pounds, but kind of going with the pitch a little bit and lining that one in towards left center field. And the Phils have something going on here in the fourth.
First pitch to McDowell upstairs for a ball, 1-0. So we saw Kroon walk on 4 pitches. Saw Ratcliffe single, and then another ball here to Max McDowell as Victor Lopez struggles with command. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-0.
On the flip side, Greg Brzezinski's got to be really happy with what Gabriel Cotto gave him. Don't know what the BlueClaws are looking at in terms of their rotation and who their or what their order is in terms of 1 through 5 in their starting rotation. But Cotto, just 22 years old, and a kind of a prospect the Phillies drafted with based on the size of him at 6'5", tall and thin, and thinking that he could develop into a pitcher as he got older.
Strike, 3-1. And you got to think Cotto, a guy starting on Tuesday through 3 innings, probably in line to start this weekend. If Jersey Shore decides to, 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Down low ball 4. So second walk of the inning, this time worked by Max McDowell. That'll bring McCarthy Tatum up to the plate with the bases full of Phitins. Still nothing away in the fourth. 1-0 Jersey Shore leads.
And that's going to get a visit to the mound as Lopez obviously in trouble right out of the gate. Walk, single, walk. And it looks like Phil Kandari, their pitching coach, will come out and talk to his right-handed reliever.
Bullpen remains empty for Jersey Shore. Not sure what strategy Greg Brodzinski is employing tonight. We know Al Padrique told Bob and myself yesterday that his plan was Parkinson for 3 and then 1 for the rest of his arms. No action in the Phils bullpen currently, so.
Well, it's changed in the other side. As you said a moment ago, no action. Well, that's about to change as movement is starting to happen right now in the BlueClaws bullpen.
So we'll see who Jersey Shore stretches, but back to the dugout goes Phil Kandari, the pitching coach for the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. And stepping in now is McCarthy Tatum, who bats from the right side. Nothing away, top 4, 1-0. Jersey Shore has the lead, but bases are juiced for Tatum. Lopez deals. And there for a called strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Tatum got the Phils' first hit of the night, lining a double into the left center field gap his first time up.
Tatum, who spent 28 games with Reading last year, pitched to him, misses down and away for a ball. Counts 1-1. Tatum split last year between Clearwater, Jersey Shore, and Reading. 32 games in Jersey Shore, 28 in Reading. Spent some time on the injured list last year as well. Here's the pitch. At the knees for a called strike, 1-2. Tatum was placed on the 60-day IL on July 22nd by Jersey Shore. Was on the 7-day IL in mid-May last year. So looking to stay healthy this year and contribute to this Phils lineup. Here's the pitch. That's down for a ball. Nice job by Quiron to slide towards his right and block that one in the left-handed batter's box. Evens the count up at 2. Tatum, as Bob mentioned, doubled. His first time up in the third. Kroon's on third, Ratcliffe second, McDowell on first. Still nothing away in the top of the fourth. Infield, plays back, position to turn 2, willing to trade a couple of outs for a run. Lopez, the righty, set at the belt and deals. Up and away for a ball, 2-2. McDowell was a 10th round pick of the Phillies in the 2019 draft out of Fresno State. Has ascended his way through the Phillies farm system. Here's the pitch. And on the hands, hit in the air out towards left. Carr towards his left. He's there. He's got it. Runner from third. Kroon tags. Throw goes to the cutoff man, Ward at third. Kroon will score, and it's 1-1 on an RBI sac fly from McCarthy Tatum.
So a couple of productive at-bats now for Tatum. He's at the double that, unfortunately for Reading, they couldn't get him around to score in the second, but now he gets the run done himself with the sacrifice fly, and the Phitins finally get a run on board. Other 2 runners, Radcliffe and McDowell, have to stay put as the ball was cut off in the infield. So no problem to get the run home, and the Phils are finally on the board.
Wendell Rijo, the righty, will step in with 1 away in the fourth. Men stay on first and second. Nobody else advanced on the sacrifice fly from Tatum. Lopez deals. Upstairs for a ball 1-0. Rio spent time with Reading last year, his first year within the Phillies system. 94 games with the R-Phils a season ago. Hit .266 over that time. With a staple in the Fightin Phils lineup. Here's the pitch. And there for a called strike. One away, top of the fourth. Victor Lopez tries to re-corral his command. Here's the pitch. In tight to Rio, evens up the count. Rio began his minor league career way back in 2013. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. That's the second strike to Rio, 2-2 the count to him. Well, if there's anyone who knows what it's like to be a journeyman in minor league baseball, it's the guy coaching third right now, Al Patrique. 17 years of professional baseball. Most of those games played in minor league baseball. For the R-Phils skipper, the 2-2. Misses low and away for a ball, 3-2 to the righty. Patrique, who signed with the New York Mets as a international free agent as a 17-year-old. Spent time in the Mets, the Tiger systems throughout his minor league career. Pitch to Rio. Swinging a ground ball left side, through the hole in the left. That's a base hit. Red light at third for Radcliffe. Patrique initially waved, then stopped him. So that'll load the bases on a one-out single from Wendell Rio, and that'll bring Pedro Martinez, the 9-man, up to the plate for the R-Phils.
So the bat's coming alive now for Reading over the course of the last 2 innings. They were unable to get one across in the second, but they've got one across here. Now the base is loaded as Wendell Rio finds a spot between short and third. Ward had really no shot at it, made the dive, but comes up empty. So everybody moving up one spot with big Baron Radcliffe getting this stop sign at third base.
So here's Martinez with the bases juice. First pitch, grounded slowly over. Actually, no, fielded by the pitcher. Lopez, an excellent play, leaps for it to the right of the mound, and he goes home to Quiron for the out. So 1-2 on the putout. Runners do advance, but a fielder's choice on the play as Martinez reaches. 2 outs for Rojas.
So Martinez swinging at the first pitch, got it right off the very end of the bat. It's a great play by the pitcher Lopez to make that play, and it made it the play at home very easily as they get the force out on Radcliffe. So everybody else moves up a base. It remains bases loaded now, and now Lopez could see himself out of this inning.
First pitch to Rojas. This is down below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Johan Rojas, 0 for 2 today, ground out and a strikeout for the speedy center fielder for the Fightin Phils. Lopez comes, sets and deals. Down again for a ball, 2-0.
Rojas was first pitch swinging his first 2 times up. Grounded out weakly and then struck out. This time maybe a little more of a conservative approach as he takes a couple pitches away.
Here's the pitch. That gets away from the catcher Quiron. Caught a ball, runner home, he'll score. That's Max McDowell. And the R-Phils take the lead on what's likely to be a pass ball as that hit off Quiron's mitt. He frustratingly throws the ball back to the dugout asking for a new one. But regardless, all the runners advance. Max McDowell scores. It's 2-1 R-Phils. Rio to third, Martinez to second. The count 3-0 to Johan Rojas.
Take him how you can get him. The Phils frustrating themselves a little bit with trying to get those runs across, but take the easy one there.
That one's lifted foul off the end of the bat to the right side. It goes out of play towards the parking lot. 3-1 the count to Rojas. Rojas, who played 104 games here in Jersey Shore a season ago, hit .237, lifted 17 home runs. Here's the pitch, fouled back.
Healthy cut from Rojas.
That's a 3-1 cut if we've seen one.
There is some movement in the Jersey Shore bullpen. Alex Garberick, right-handed pitcher, up and starting to loosen up. In the event that Lopez can't get out of this jam, more likely scheduled to pitch in the 5th.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs, and Rojas is down on strikes to finally retire the side for Jersey Shore. 2 runs in the inning for Reading. They did it on just 1 hit. There were no errors, and they leave 2 on base. We played 3.5 here from the Jersey Shore. Bottom of the 4th. Up next, our score, Reading 2 and BlueClaws 1 on the Fightin Phils Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Now here you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
Bottom half of the fourth inning, 2-1. Our Phils have the lead. Jake Starr, Bob McCool, thanks for joining us. And this inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton. At Swartz Culleton VC, you can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. So our Phils lead by 1 after a couple in the third. David Parkinson back out. Pineda, the first batter he gets. First pitch home is down low for a ball. 3-4-5 due up. Pineda, who had an RBI single his first time up. Pitch from Parkinson, fouled back. Counts 1-1 to him. Pineda plays right field today, bats from the left side. Parkinson, the lefty, out for inning number 4 of work. Here's the pitch. This is low and away for a ball. 2-1 the count to Pineda. Parkinson scheduled to go 3, but he's looked good under pitch count, so he stays in. 2-1, outside corner for a called strike, 2-2. And Leandro Pineda asked for time. There's one allotted timeout given with the pace of play rules. Here's the 2-2 home. That one's in on the hands, fouled back. How to play on the left side towards the concourse. Count stays even at 2. Late arriving, but nice crowd here from Bayshore, Shoretown Ballpark, excuse me. Group of fans out on the berm in left field. Here's the 2-2. That one's fouled back again off the netting behind home plate. Probably close to about 1,000 fans here tonight at Shoretown Ballpark. PSECU, the official attendance sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils, all 69 Our Phils home games. Bring you the PSECU total attendance, 2-2. Down low for a ball, runs the count to 3-2. Parkinson, as we talked about, missed all of the 2022 season. Spent the majority of time in 2021 with Lehigh Valley, where he struggled. Now back in Reading this year. Here's the pitch on the outside corner. That's a called strike 3. 4th strikeout tonight for David Parkinson, and it gets Leandro Pineda looking for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Rickson Wingrove up to the plate for the BlueClaws. Wingrove will step in from the left side. 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to center back in the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss over an off-speed pitch. Counts 0-1. Infield play straight up, 0-1. Outside corner for a called strike, 0-2. Fastball for Parkinson. Certainly had some nice zip on it tonight. Nice job hitting a spot on that last one. 0-2 the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Just below the knees for a ball, 1-2. Max McDowell, the catcher, tried to frame that up. Parkinson was drafted by the Phillies way back in 2017 out of Ole Miss. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Tip back into the mitt of McDowell. Back-to-back strikeouts for Parkinson. That's his 5th. That'll bring the catcher, Anthony Quiron, up to the plate for Jersey Shore. There's also action down in the Jersey Shore bullpen as well. Probably will see a new arm in the top half of the 5th inning. Alex Garbrick, as Bob mentioned earlier, warming up. First pitch to Quiron. Inside for a ball. Checked his swing. Umpire at first, Robert Mathias, says no swing. Just the 2-man crew tonight for this exhibition matchup between the Reading Fightin Phils and the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. Here's the 1-0. Lifted in the air off the end of the bat towards right. Radcliffe towards his left, in. Now picks up speed, and he's in. And he'll make the catch as he runs towards the right field foul line. And that will retire the side in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down. David Parkinson looking good through 4. We'll move to the 5th. Our Phils up 2-1. Looking for more. Back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carlos Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, 8-Piss Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Our Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Top half of the 5th inning brings us a new arm on the mound for Jersey Shore BlueClaws. But first, I'm going to give a shout out to International Fireworks. They are the official sponsor of the Our Phils fireworks shows during the 2023 season. Get into their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville, Pennsylvania. So it's Alex Garbrick, the new arm for the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. We'll get you his numbers here momentarily. First batter he gets here is Ethan Wilson for the Our Phils in the top of the 5th. First pitch home is down low for a ball, 1-0.
Garbrick, 24 years old, 6'4", 215-pounder, out of Mill Hall, Pennsylvania. I don't even know where Mill Hall, Pennsylvania is.
Central PA, not too far from
Penn State territory.
Yeah, not too far from State College. Counts 1-1 as Wilson fouled that last one off. Yeah, on my drives to Penn State back in the day, I always would pass the Mill Hall exit. So never been there, but very familiar with it. Here's the 1-1. Off the end of the back, grounded softly towards third. Ward, the third baseman, charges, throws on the run to first. It's not in time as Wingrove couldn't scoop it. Wilson probably had it beat regardless. So that'll be a single for Ethan Wilson, his first hit of the day. That's a leadoff base runner against Garbrick. De La Cruz up. So Garbrick spent all last year in Clearwater, 32 games, all out of the bullpen. It's 3-3 with a 5.36 ERA. Struck out 56 and 43 and 2/3 innings pitched for the Clearwater Threshers. Now he starts the 2023 season with the Phillies High A affiliate, the Jersey Shore BlueClaws, as Carlos De La Cruz steps in. Nothing away, top 5. First pitch at the knees for a called strike.
Action in the Phil's bullpen as well. Andrew Baker up and throwing for Reading. Got to assume that that's the end of the line for David Parkinson, who ends up putting together a pretty strong outing for Reading. Again, Al Padrique saying he would throw 3 or 4 depending on where they were in terms of total pitches. But if, in fact, Parkinson is done, and we're pretty sure that he is, 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, and 5 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody. But he really got better as the innings went along. He had 5 strikeouts, but 3 of those 5, actually 4 of those 5 were of the last 6 hitters that he had, that he faced in the game. So he really got stronger as it went on. The damage that was done was early on in the ballgame. The top half of the first inning is when the BlueClaws got their run.
1-1 the count to De La Cruz as he took that last one. But for David Parkinson, got to feel good, as we said, missed all of last season. Comes out, pitches 4 innings, had a bit of a hiccup early, but really settled in nicely. 1-1 to De La Cruz, who rests the bat on his right shoulder. Here's the pitch. Dribbled, softly third. Ward charges, fielded, second for 1. That's all they'll get, as Hao Yu Lee made a nice play to field that. So Wilson cut off at second. De La Cruz reaches 5-4. On the fielder's choice for Matthew Kroon. 1 out, top 5. Man on first. Our Phils lead at 2-1.
Nice play there by Ward on a slow roller. Wasn't sure that he was going to have enough time to get Wilson, who can run, going from first to second, and clearly, no doubt, calling from his catcher Quirion as to which way he wanted to throw. And I think Ward initially was thinking about just getting De La Cruz at first base, but Quirion told him to throw it to second, and he did get it there in enough time to get Wilson and get the lead runner.
First pitch to Matthew Kroon was a slider that misses down and away. Counts 1-0. Kroon is 0 for 1 today, though did walk and score. Started that rally back in the 4th against Victor Lopez. Garbrick's pitch. Scurrying out of the way of that one was Kroon, as that was in tight. So moves the count 2-0 to Kroon. Lopez pitched just an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walked 2 and struck out 1, but it was those walks early on in the inning that really came back to hamper Lopez. The old adage always is, leadoff walks, leadoff base runners usually come around the score. 2-0. Big swing there from Kroon over it. That's going to be 2-1 on the count to Matthew Kroon. Carlos De La Cruz, he leads off first, being held on by Rickson Wingrove, the first baseman. Second baseman Hao Yu Lee plays shaded towards the second base bag. Left side straight up. 2-1. That one's fouled back towards the press box. Hits off the facing of the suite level, then shoots back in to the behind home plate seat. So the count's 2-2. Our windows, I don't know the amount they're open if foul ball can get in here. But Bob, would you be ready for foul ball shot up in here?
Not a problem.
Not a problem?
Not a problem.
Did you bring your glove?
From this direction? No, I didn't bring a glove.
As
and Baron Radcliffe just took one in the batter's box.
He's struggling there behind home plate.
He's got a bat in his hand. Somebody's throwing a ball to him. He took it like a champion, but unfortunately he's in the batter's box and not, or he's in the on deck circle, not in the batter's box, so he can't go to first base.
2-2. This is just down and away, 3-2. Looked like the home plate umpire for a moment, Mike McStudy, was ready to bring him up, but that runs the count full. De La Cruz, a sizable leadoff first for the 6'8" first baseman. Has the right foot past the cutout on the first base side. 3-2 to Kroon. Here it is. Down low for a ball. They'll check towards the field ump, and he'll say no swing. Robert Mathias. So Matt Kroon works a walk for the second consecutive at bat, or I guess you could say plate appearance. That'll bring Baron Ratcliffe to the plate. Our Phils a chance to tack on to its early 2-1 lead here.
So Reading struggled to get something going early on when retired the first 6 batters, but from the 3rd inning on, they have gotten runners on base. Finally, we're able to get something across in the 4th and looking for more damage here in the 5th.
Ratcliffe steps in. He's singled. Eventually cut off at home on a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. In tight.
Just like he was in the batter's box. He had to jump out of the way of that one as well. He has to practice while he was in the on-deck circle. Now he's in the batter's box, and he has to jump out of it again.
I stepped over it. So the count's 1-0 now. Infield plays in the pool. Shortstop Casey Martin plays shaded towards the second base bag. Obviously the rules are must have 2 on both sides and must be on the infield dirt. Second year of those rules. Disengaging there is Ratcliffe. That's one of 2 disengagements that you get. I figure it's always nice for a little refresher of the pace of play rules, as a lot of fans are getting used to them at the Major League level this year, and some may have forgotten that they were in place at the AA level a season ago. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-0. I was talking to my father a night ago, and I was saying that is it going to be a new element of a baseball broadcast, like when you're calling basketball and the shot clock gets down, you say,
Shot clock violation
clock down to 5.
Yeah,
Do you say that with the pitch clock, like clock down to 10?
Well, we noticed that with Cotto when he was pitching and got himself in some trouble, that the pitch clock was winding its way down, and you almost sense a little bit of nervousness on his part as to whether or not he just wanted to step off the rubber or make a pickoff throw, because he knew the pitch clock was winding down. He did get called for one pitch clock in that third inning.
2 missed outside, so 3 on the count to Radcliffe. We'll see if he gets the green light here with runners on first and second. 1 down in the top half of the 5th. Our Phils by 1. Here's the pitch. I just missed outside for a ball. I thought he may have been given the strike call, but Radcliffe tosses his bat aside, didn't get the swing at once, and he works himself a 1-out walk. So
it's a couple of good at-bats now for Baron Radcliffe in this game. He had the single that was to left center field his last time up and now walks. And that's something that the Phillies organization is going to be looking for the big man moving forward, is his ability to do better things at the plate. Has a lot of power, but obviously a lot of strikeouts to go along with it. But the ability to work at bats and do other things other than big contact or no contact is going to be paramount for Radcliffe moving forward.
First pitch to Max McDowell, the catcher. Short hops Quirion, who's able to pick it. But bases are juiced. 1 out on the top of the 5th. Our Phils lead at 2-1, looking for more as McDowell up at the plate in his first year as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies organization. The catcher signed with the Phillies to a minor league contract back in December of 22. Here's the pitch. And there for a called strike 1-1. McDowell, a graduate of the University of Connecticut. So
yeah,
good night.
He's a happy camper.
Last night for him, Max McDowell. UConn Huskies picked up the national championship in a win over San Diego State Aztecs. Here's the 1-1. McDowell checked his swing on a breaking pitch. Doesn't matter. It's called a strike. Counts 1-2.
He, along with Reading Fightin Phils account executive Nick Helber, celebrating relentlessly. Before we left on the bus this morning, Nick had his UConn sweatshirt on, celebrating the victory last night. He may have been celebrating it yesterday afternoon, but who am I to say?
1-2. Here's the pitch. McDowell takes it outside for a ball 2-2. What a March Madness it really was, too. One of the most wild, wacky, improbable tournaments that I think we've probably ever seen. It's the least chalk tournament, I think.
You didn't have Florida Atlantic in your Final Four, Jake?
Here's the pitch, outside for a ball. I did not. I'm sure some people did, and for those people, good for them.
They may say they did, but did
That's
they really?
true. Max McDowell walked and scored back in the 4th. He's up here with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Our Phils lead 2-1. Bases are juiced.
McDowell, one of the veterans on this roster. He's 29 years old. Again, played in the Yankees organization. Played in Scranton last year at the AAA level.
Stepping off is Alex Garbrick. McDowell, though, yet to play in a major league game, was a 13th round pick of the Brewers back in 2015. Time in the Brewers system and the Yankees system, now with the Phillies. Here's the pitch. Lift in the air, slicing out of play, foul behind home plate.
Nice job by McDowell staying on the curveball.
Just fights it off.
Chase.
Beautiful night here in Lakewood as the sun sets in about an hour from now. 72 degrees. My watch says partly cloudy. There are some clouds sprinkled in, but mostly blue skies from just a couple of miles from the Jersey Shore beach. Would have been a perfect beach day today. Beautiful day in Reading. Beautiful day here in Jersey Shore. Also in Lehigh Valley, where the Iron Pigs open up their home schedule today. 3-2. McDowell swings and fouls it back. Count stays even at 3. Said the Phillies AAA affiliate, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, underway after a series up in chilly Rochester, New York this weekend. Former RFL Scott Kingery had a couple of home runs in that series. 3-2 the count here to McDowell. Here's the pitch from Garbrick. That misses down for a ball. So 3 straight walks issued by Garbrick. De La Cruz will come around the score. Kroon the 3rd, Radcliffe the 2nd. And an RBI for Max McDowell. And that brings up the DH, McCarthy Tatum.
So after a pretty effective couple of innings from Cotto, the starter, the bullpen for BlueClaws and their manager, Greg Brodzinski, has not exactly responded well. Lots of walks, lots of base runners for Reading over the course of the last couple of innings.
First pitch sweeps out for a ball to Tatum. The Phils lead at 3-1 at the top of the fifth. Bases remain loaded with one out. That Lehigh Valley game underway at 6:45 against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders from Coca-Cola Park. Sure, it's a beautiful day out in the Lehigh Valley. Here's the pitch. There for a called strike.
A lot of similarities between this ballpark and Coca-Cola Park. This is kind of a mini version of Coca-Cola Park with a concourse that wraps around it, the green seats, just like Coca-Cola Park does. Obviously a lot smaller ballpark than the Iron Pigs play in.
Pitch to Tatum. Down low for a ball. Bases remain loaded. Still one out. Our Phils lead by 2, 3-1. But this ballpark did come first before Coca-Cola Park, so
there's something to be said for that.
Maybe Coca-Cola Park took some inspiration as they became the Phillies' AAA affiliate in 2008. Here's the pitch. That's grounded towards third. Ward has it. Second for one. How-Yu-Lee turns, throws the first. It's in time. And that's a rally killing and inning ending 5-4-3 double play for the BlueClaws. But the Phils do get a run. They did have one hit, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. We've played 4.5. Our Phils get another one. It's 3-1 Fightins. Bottom of the fifth up next here on the Phils Radio Network.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
This bottom of the fifth inning is brought to you by Cornwall Manor. Cornwall Manor is a unique and charming community nestled on 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. So the Phils lead at 3-1. New arm on the mound. It's the hard-throwing Andrew Baker. We'll have more on Baker here momentarily as he gets Casey Martin, the leadoff man. First pitch in there for a called strike. Martin, one of the exciting young prospects in the Phillies system out of the University of Arkansas. Baker, who pitches predominantly from the stretch, misses low and away for a ball 1-1. So
Baker, the number 17 prospect in the Phillies organization, just 23 years of age, 6'1", 190-pounder, originally from Montgomery, Alabama.
1-1, swing and a miss 1-2. That fastball sizzled by the bat of Martin.
The fastball, it averages it at 98.5 miles per hour. He's been clocked as high as 102.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nasty move on that slider from Baker, and he gets Casey Martin down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Jamari Baylor up next. Baker played a year at Chipola Junior College and then was drafted by the Phillies in 21. Spent most of last year here in Jersey Shore. They made 6 appearances for Reading, where he really shined, a .84 ERA and 10 2/3 innings pitch. Pitch from Baker in there for a called strike 0-1.
Yeah, the stuff isn't the issue. The control obviously is the issue for a young pitcher like Andrew Baker. 4.8 walks per 9 innings over the course of the season, but he was much better, to Jake's point about what he did while he was in Reading, and prior to that, before the call-up from here in Jersey Shore. From July 1st after to the end of the season, that 4.8 was down to just 2.6 walks per 9 innings. So that's the kind of control that they're looking to see from Andrew Baker, because if the balls are over the plate, he's tough to face.
1-1 misses upstairs for a ball, 2-1. Baker in for Parkinson, who really looked good. 4 innings, 3 hits. 1 run was earned, no walks, 5 strikeouts for the lefty Parkinson. Was looking to make a return after missing all of last year. 2-1, swing and a miss over an off-speed pitch from Baylor. Counts 2-2. Both teams do have action in their bullpen. So probably from here on out, it's an inning each for each guy. We're also entering the part of the game where we'll probably start to see substitutions. Next time through the lineup, pitch from Baker. In there for a called strike 3. Second strikeout for Andrew Baker. So he sends Jamari Baylor down, and that'll bring Nick Ward up the plate for the BlueClaws.
Speaking of your alma mater, Taylor Lehman is the pitcher up in the Fightin Phils bullpen. And it actually looks like they may be calling him in here, as a couple of left-handers are due up for the BlueClaws. Nick Ward being the guy who's coming to the plate, and it will be the left-hander Taylor Lehman who will come in. So Andrew Baker faces 2 and strikes them both out. Good day at the office for Andrew Baker, and now Lehman will come in to try to get the 3rd out here in this 5th.
So Lehman enters, Baker exits after looking good through 2 batters. So we'll have more on Taylor Lehman after this. Our Phils up 3-1 here in the bottom of the 5th on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
New arm in for the Our Phils. It is Taylor Lehman in for the Fightin Phils on this Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Step into your future with the Alvernia University Golden Wolves. The new arm on the mound for the Our Phils. It is Taylor Lehman, the Penn State alum, back for another season with the Our Phils. Last year for Reading, Lehman 15 appearances, did start 4 games, 1-1 with a 3.74 earned run average as well. First batter he'll get Bob here is Nick Ward.
So you got a Penn State product pitching to a Westchester product.
It's my entire life right there.
The Jake Starr story continues. Lehman, 6'8", 240-pound left-hander.
There for a called strike to Ward, 0-1.
Taylor, a Pittsburgh native, 27 years of age.
Also a new catcher, Cody Roberts, in for the Our Phils behind the plate. He relieves Max McDowell. That pitch upstairs for a ball. Counts 1-1. Lehman was drafted by the Phillies in 2018 in the 34th round. Born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, before playing his college ball at Penn State. Here's the pitch. Side corner for a called strike 1-2. Baker just faced 2, struck out both of them. He looked good. That's going to be an exciting arm out of the Our Phils bullpen this season. Counts 1-2. Lehman, the lefty, set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ward is down on strikes. So the combination of Lehman and Baker strike out the side to end the 5th. No runs, no hits No errors, nobody left on base in the inning for the BlueClaws. We played 5, top of the 6 up next. But hold up just 1 second. We're not going anywhere. Now things are getting crazy.
Now we're in exhibition baseball.
Now this is exhibition baseball.
Because they want Lehman to face another batter, and they got 2 left-handers due up. So this is going to be a 4-out inning for the BlueClaws because they will allow Jared Carr to continue batting. So everybody had to go back out in their positions, and Taylor Lehman will continue on the mound now to face Jared Carr, another left-hander.
So once again, must have been because Parkinson went that extra inning. Now they're trying to squeeze in Baker and Lehman in the 5th. So Jared Carr is up. Pitch clock still shows 90 seconds. Here's the pitch. That's fouled back. Counts 0-1. So not every day, Bob, you see a 4-out, or it could be a 5-out inning. We have no idea.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure there's times over the course of a year that they'll tell you that they had a 4-out inning, but not because they wanted to, because of an error. But this is a legit 4-out inning.
0-1. Ground ball back towards the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Jared Carr. Now we'll see if they keep the inning going after
well, you
that.
know, Jake, if you give a team more than 3 outs, it's going to eventually hurt you at some point in time.
But it looks like that will retire the side. So guess we'll say no runs. We'll call it a hit. Don't know if we'll say a guy left on base or not. But regardless, we played 5. Reading leads 3-1. Back with the 6 after this here on the Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Jordy Martinez, the new arm on the mound for the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. He'll get 8-9-1 of the Phils order here in the top half of the 6th inning. Once again, I'm Jake Starr, joined alongside by my broadcast partner, Bob McCool. Bob and myself will be the newest broadcast crew for the Phils this year. You can catch us for all 69 home games on the Phils Radio Network. First pitch to Wendell Rijo in there for a called strike 0-1. We thank you for tuning in tonight, whether that be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or on the Phils website. Here's the 0-1. In there for a called strike 0-2 to Rijo. Martinez split last year between Clearwater and Jersey Shore. Bulk of it came with Clearwater, where he made 17 appearances, 15 starts. So Rijo calls time and steps out. We can expect Martinez to serve mostly as a starter this year for the BlueClaws. Up in the count 0-2 here against Rijo. We just call it time. Pitch. Down low for a ball. Counts 1-2.
Invites fans as part of our broadcast this year. We'll be having our pregame show out on the plaza each and every night. Approximately 90 minutes before first pitch. Hope to have guests on a number of occasions.
2-2. Should be exciting. Exciting pregame show coming up. We'll have more details out on our website, ourphils.com, later this week. But opening night, looking to be about 5:15 from the plaza. So if you plan on making your way out, come say hi to us. Here's the pitch. That one's lined towards right field, slicing down the line. It'll be just foul. Bob, there must be more foul territory than we think down that right field line, because from our vantage point, it looks tight, but we saw Rojas the first step out of the game, Rijo there, and something that looked close from our vantage point. They kind of knew it was foul pretty early.
Yeah, there's a kind of a point down right past the bullpens where it juts out towards the line and it juts back towards the wall, and so it does kind of stick out there a little bit. But that we saw that right out of the gate with Johan Rojas leading off, and hit first pitch he swung at, he lifted it down the right field line. He didn't even break out of the box, and it did not look like it landed that far into fair territory.
Last pitch, a ball to Rijo, so it's 3-2. Here's the pitch. That one's dribbled towards third. Friendly hop for the third baseman Ward. Throws across. It's in time, and that is the first out of the inning. 5-3 on the putout. That'll bring Pedro Martinez up to the plate for the Phils. Then we'll probably start to see some pinch hitters as we're 3 times through the lineup. Pedro Martinez steps on in the right-handed batter's box here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. Counts 1-0. Pedro Martinez, 0 for 2 tonight. Ran into a footer's choice his last time up. Here's the 1-0. That one sounded like a broken bat. Hits softly third base side. Ward charges from third. Throws to first. It's not in time. Martinez uses that speed to beat that out. That's going to be an infield hit. Now it's going to turn things back over to the top of the Phils lineup.
Not all that dissimilar from what Martinez did his last time up, but at that particular spot, it was a nice play by the pitcher who came off the mound and was able to make a play at the plate on a force out with the bases loaded. Different story this time, as Martinez, the left-handed pitcher, had no shot to get to that. And before the third baseman could get there, the speed of Martinez has that beat out without a problem. That'll be the 5th hit of the night for Reading.
So Rojas back up for the 4th time tonight. He's 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts and a ground out back in the 1st. 1 out. Top of the 6th, Phils by 2. Pitch misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Rojas bats from the right side, slightly open stance. Martinez leads off first with 1 away. Infield plays Rojas the pull. Pitch inside for a ball, counts 2-0.
Max Coons appears to be the next in line for Reading up in the bullpen. A lot of bodies down the right field line in the Fightin's bullpen. 16 pitchers on the roster right now. Of course, 5 of them slated to be starters.
Upstairs for a ball, 3-0.
Not all of them will be in uniform when the team heads to Richmond on the weekend. They right now have 31 players on the roster, so they'll trim that down before season starts officially on Friday night.
3-0. Swinging fouled back. 3-0 green light for Rojas. Someone struggled with the bat tonight, couple of strikeouts, so figure why not give him an opportunity.
Rojas does not get cheated at the plate. He's got a big swing.
So 3-1 the count. Jordy Martinez set. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Pitch upstairs for a ball, so it won't matter. Martinez Sutter steps in the second. Rojas works a walk. So that's the first time he'll be on base tonight. And that'll bring Ethan Wilson up to the plate for the 4th time. Martinez, who came in for Alex Garbrick. Garbrick pitched an inning, 1 hit. 1 run it was earned. Walked 3, struck out 9 as Garbrick struggled with the command. So Wilson steps in. Bats from the left side of men on first and second. 1 out, top of the 6th. Our Phils lead 3-1. Looking to tack on some more here. And Wilson will, actually the catcher, Quiron will call time. So pitch clock resets. 18 seconds with runners on base. Here's the pitch. In tight, Wilson meanders out of the way of it. 1-0.
That's one of the changes to the rule changes in the Eastern in the minor leagues. Major leagues, of course, now implementing the pitch clock to 15 and 20, which was the minor league numbers. But now the minor leagues have been chopped up a little bit more. Now it's down to 14 with the bases empty and 18 with a man on base.
1-1 as that one was in there for a called strike. So 14 and 18 when there are big leaguers making rehab appearances. They are in. The pitch clock will be 15 and 20. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Wilson Opened up the shoulders on that one. Counts 1-2. Wilson, 1 for 2 today. Singled in the 5th. Walked back in the 3rd. Had a ground out in the 1st. He's down to the count 1-2 with 1 away in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch home. Right down the chute, called a strike 3. And Jordy Martinez picks up his first strikeout of the night, and that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz up to the plate for the Phils. He has scored a run, but yet to record a hit. I feel like, Bob, you could say he's due, and this would be a big spot for him.
Yeah, he's had some spots where he could make something happen batting out of that 3-hole, but unable to come up with the big hit as of now. But that could change with 2 on and 2 outs.
De La Cruz 0 for 3. Did reach and score on a fielder's choice last inning in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big swing from him. Counts 0-1.
Way behind that fastball from Martinez.
That's going to be the thing for De La Cruz as he continues to progress. Still very raw, lots of power. But it's going to be about shortening up that stroke and catching up to those higher velocity pitches. Here's the pitch, fouled back, 0-2.
Better swing at that. Able to foul it straight back.
So down to the count is De La Cruz 0-2. Rojas leads off first. Martinez off second. 2 away, top 6. Phils down. Their final strike in the inning, up by 2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, foul tipped. Back into the mitt of the catcher, Quiron, and that will retire the side in the 6th. No runs on a hit for the Phils. There were no errors. They do strand 2. We've played 5.5. Bottom of the 6th up next. Phils lead 3-1 with a new arm out on the mound after this on the Phils Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
So now Vernia Golden Wolves call to the bullpen for the Phils. Max Coons is the new arm for the Fightins here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Reading with the lead over Jersey Shore. 3-1 in the frame. Coons gets the top of the lineup. Marcus Lee Sang, the first batter up, and he takes that for a ball 1-0. Coons comes in for Taylor Lehman, who pitched the 3rd technically of an inning. Here's the pitch. That one in tight. Got a piece of Marcus Lee Sang. So he'll reach for the 2nd time, that time via the hit by pitch from Max Coons.
Changes defensively, an all-new infield for the Fightins. Oliver Dunn is now in at 3rd base for Matthew Kuhn. Madison Stokes takes over at shortstop. Cam Cannon is now at 2nd. And Nick Podko now takes over at 1st base for the Fightins.
Cody Roberts remains behind the plate for the Phils, as we said. Very much like a spring training game. First pitch to Hao Yu Lee. Down low for a ball, counts 1-0. Where our Phils wholesale changes in the infield. They do carry 7 or 8, depending on the way you look at it. Have a couple of utility guys along with the outfield. Probably won't see as many changes out there with not as many outfielders. Pitch from Coons outside for a ball, 2-0.
Mentioned about Hao Yu Lee. We talked about him early on in the game. He's a guy you could very well see in Reading before this season is over with. Very highly regarded in the Phillies organization, but he's only 20 years of age.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball that climbed the elevator for the first strike of the at-bat.
Hit 283 with 7 home runs in 68 games last year in Clearwater. Got a good eye at the plate. Has a little bit of pop.
2-1 the count to Hao Yu Lee. Here's the pitch. There for a called strike, 2-2. So Coons is in. Signed with the Phillies in 2023. Recently spent time in the Mets organization. Was released in 2019. Has not played competitive baseball since before the pandemic. So Coons throws over to first. Diving back in safely as Marcus Lee sang. So Max Coons, who was drafted by the Mets in 2016, looking to pitch in a competitive game and get some game action here early on in the season. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball under the glove of the catcher Roberts. 90 feet up to second goes Marcus Lee sang. That'll be a wild pitch.
So after Baker and Lehman looked very effective in their combined inning of work, a little bit of different story so far for Coons with some control issues early on. Hitting a batter and now got himself in a full count, but bouncing one all the way to the backstop in the process.
So 3-2 the count. Nothing away, bottom 6. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner. That's the called strike 3. Hao Yu Lee is down on strikes. That's a great pitch and a big spot there for Max Coons. That'll bring Leandro Pineda to the plate. And also, established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot-making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. And also, you can step into your future with the Alvernia University Golden Wolves. Call to the bullpen. We'll be right back with the new pitcher after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
To honor the
Are you looking for a reliable
275th
food distributor
anniversary
to
of
beat all your-
Reading, the Our Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Brings in a new arm for the Our Phils. It's Adam Leverett, the new pitcher for the Phitins. Leverett enters here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Our Phils up 3-1. 1 out after Max Coons faced 2 batters. Retired the last one he faced in Hao Yu Lee. And the first batter he gets is Leandro Pineda.
Leverett, 6'4", 190-pound right-hander, 24 years of age. Native of Macon, Georgia. Played his college baseball at Gordon State Junior College. He was a 2019 15th round draft pick of the Phillies.
First pitch. This is outside for a ball, 1-0. Like Bob said, 2019 pick. 29 appearances all last year in Reading. Was 5-8 with a 5.44 ERA. 11 starts, 18 appearances out of the bullpen. So could be one of those swing guys that Al Padrique could use as more of an opener out of the bullpen as well. Here's the pitch.
The game plan for the Phils in terms of their rotation is their plan, and of course all of this is predicated on the way the schedule shapes up in minor league baseball, which after the 3-game series to start in Richmond will then settle into 6-game series of home and away, starting with the home series against Hartford in a week. But it will be a 5-man rotation, and then the 6th spot will be a bullpen game.
1-1, grounded towards second. Off the glove of Cannon at second, and we'll see what they rolled. It was hit hard, probably a play. That should have been made.
Should be a base hit.
We'll see what they roll it here momentarily, but
there's been several of those today off the bats of the BlueClaws, of waiting to see how they were going to rule it. And they've all been ruled a hit. As of now, nothing. Neither team has officially committed an error in this one. Wait for the decision to be posted on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, we have a new batter. It's Wilfredo Flores up to the plate with, was ruled an error, by the way, so it'll go down as an E4 on Cameron Cannon at second. But Wilfredo Flores, the batter for the first time. Men on the corners, 1 out, bottom 6. Our Phils lead at 3-1 over Jersey Shore. First pitch, inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Flores bats from the left side. Middle infield in, tight to turn 2. Leverett set at the letters, throws back towards first, not in time. Close play at first as Podcool got the tag down, but Leverett went to Gordon State Junior College in Georgia, 24 years old. Pitch. That one's driven in the air well out towards right. Ratcliffe started in, then he goes back. He makes the catch. Runner from third tags, and Marcus Lee sang. He'll score. Holding up at first is Leandro Pineda, so it's a sacrifice fly, F9, and an RBI for Wilfredo Flores. That'll bring another new batter up to the plate in Arturo De Freitas, the new catcher for Jersey Shore.
Greg Brzezinski will be happy with that at bat. Make sure you get that run home. Make it a productive at bat for Flores coming off the bench.
So De Freitas up, 2 outs, bottom 6. Now it's a 3-2 ball game. Our Phils still have the lead. Here's the pitch. Just misses high and away for a ball from Leverett. Counts 1-0.
Greg Brzezinski, by the way, is known in the Phillies organization as Bull. Not because he's built like one in any shape of the imagination, but his family, apparently, he's a native of Clearwater, Florida, and clearly he is in the right organization. His family is all Phillies fans.
Runner goes. Here's the pitch. Called a strike. Throw to second is a strike, and it's in time. What a throw by Cody Roberts to nab Leandro Pineda at second base. But Jersey Shore does get a run in the inning. They did it on no hits. There was 1 error, and nobody left on base. We're 2/3 of the way home. Bob McCool's got your action up next. Our score, Reading 3, Jersey Shore 2. Back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Reading Fightin Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Top of the 7th, 3-2 the score. Our Phils have the lead. And I'll send things back over to my broadcast partner, Bob McCool. Bob, you got us the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, Jake Starr. 3-2 our score. Reading Fightin Phils on top of the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. Phils with runs, a 2-run spot in the 4th, another in the 5th. Jersey Shore with a run in the 1st and in the 6th for our 3-2 score. With the Fightins coming to the plate here in the top half of the 7th inning. And coming up for the Fightins will be Oliver Dunn, who came in as a defensive replacement and will stay in the game to play third base for Matthew Kroon, who got the start. And the first pitch is over for a called strike to Dunn. New pitcher for Jersey Shore is Rodolfo Sanchez, and the fouled straight back off the bat of Dunn. Sanchez, 23 years old, native of the Dominican Republic, acquired by the Phillies organization in a trade with Tampa Bay back in 2020. And the 0-2 pitch from him is up high, ball 1 to Oliver Dunn. Dunn, a native of Salt Lake City, Utah, swings and misses at that one. So 4 pitches and 3 strikes, and Oliver Dunn is retired for the first out in the 7th. Action in the Fightin Phils bullpen as well. Zach Ligenfelter is warming up for the Fightins. David Parkinson went 4 innings, pitched pretty well for the Fightins. Gave up 3 hits, struck out 5, did not walk a batter. As Big Baron Radcliffe is at the plate for Reading. 1 for 2 on the night, singled in the 4th, walked in the 5th. Takes this one for a called strike, and he's quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Tries to catch the inside corner, but misses. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Radcliffe. Aaron playing in right field tonight. No doubt we'll see some time as a designated hitter over the course of this season. This one lifted into center field. Center fielder broke back, and now Marcus Lee Sang will step in and make the catch for the 2nd out here in the 7th. 2 up, 2 down for the Fightins. And that'll bring Cody Roberts to the plate. Roberts came in for Max McDowell, and with a tremendous throw to throw out the base runner, or the intended base runner, Leandro Pineda tried to steal second, and Roberts gunned him down with a beautiful throw right on the bag to end the 6th inning. And now he bats here with 2 outs in the 7th and fouls this one straight back. Roberts batting for the first time tonight. McDowell walked a couple of times and struck out in his 3 plate appearances. One of 3 catchers on the Fightins roster as of now, Herbert Iser, the 3rd. And we do expect some changes over the course of the next couple of days for Reading. With the right now 31-man roster, they'll have to be trimmed down before they head to Richmond. They'll head there on Thursday night. The bus will take part and head to Richmond Thursday night. Season gets underway officially on Friday night. No balls, 2 strikes to Roberts. This one's outside, ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Roberts, who spent a lot of time in the Orioles organization since being drafted by them in 2018. Very familiar to the Eastern League. Spent a lot of time with the Bowie Bay Sox, the O's AA affiliate, last couple of seasons.
1-2 pitch to him is over for a called strike 3, and that'll do it. The Fightins go down 1-2-3 here in the top half of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here in Lakewood, New Jersey, with the Reading Fightin Phils on top of the BlueClaws by a score of 3-2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Bottom half of the 7th inning is brought to you in part by Swartz-Culleton PC. You can expect reliable, experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Swartz-Culleton PC. We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Reading 3, Jersey Shore 2. New pitcher on the mound for the Fightins is 25-year-old Zach Lingenfelter. No other changes defensively for Reading as we start here in the 7th inning. And Arturo DeFreitas, who was at the plates when the 6th inning ended on a caught stealing, leads off here in the 7th. Casey Martin in the on-deck circle. Mari Baylor is the scheduled third batter in the inning. 1-0 pitch is outside. It's quickly 2 balls and no strikes now to DeFreitas. DeFreitas is 22 years of age, also a native of Venezuela. This one is over for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. DeFreitas began last season at Clearwater, ended up finishing his season here at Jersey Shore. This one way outside. It's 3 balls and a strike to the 22-year-old catcher. Action in both bullpens, as we have seen ever since the 4th inning. Gabriel Cotto went the first 3 for Jersey Shore, and it's been 1 inning or 2/3 of an inning all the way through from that point forward. David Parkinson got the start for Reading, went 4 innings, solid 4 innings, and the bullpen has gone to work from that point forward. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This one is fouled out of play. Gates opened up here at Shore Point Park, or Shore Town Park, about 4:30 today. The concourse that wraps all the way around the building here, allow you to walk all the way around on a summer's evening. A couple of big lifeguard chairs out in the outfield I guess you could sit on if you were so inclined. Don't know if it comes with a whistle or some zinc for the nose on a sunny night.
Or a swimming pool, for that matter, either.
Well, that's in a special place. There's only one in the organization that's got a pool, and that's in Reading. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for DeFreitas. 1 out here in the 7th. As Lingenfelter retires him for the first strikeout. And that will bring up Casey Martin, who was robbed of a base hit by his fellow shortstop Pedro Martinez, who made a diving stop to his right in his first appearance and struck out in the 5th in his 2 plate appearances to date. First pitch to him is right there for a called strike 1. Wind blowing out to left field. We really haven't seen that come into play at all in this game to this point. Checks his swing here. The pitch is up high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Big swing, no contact, and now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Casey Martin. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, you can get justice. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today. This 7th inning brought to you by Schwartz Culleton PC. 1-2 pitch is just outside, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch, breaking ball fouled off. Nice job by Martin to stay alive. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martin would appear to be the everyday shortstop here in Jersey Shore. A combination of Martin at short and Lee at second base. Figures to be something BlueClaws fans will get to see on an everyday basis. This one fouled away as Martin stays alive.
And a nice catch by a fan down there, too.
Apparently so. Was blocked by it, but fan's got a glove on, and now he's got a ball in that glove. Here's a 2-2 pitch. This one lifted and drifting and fouling out of play.
No catch that time.
No.
Hit an empty seat.
Filter trying to put Martin away here. Martin's fouled off a couple of pitches. 2-2 pitch outside. Now the count's full. So good at bat here by Martin. Fell behind and it's fouled off a couple of pitches and now's run the count full. From the windup, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's back-to-back strikeouts now here in the 7th. So it looked like Lingenfelter just kind of reached back and gave a little bit more juice on that one and gets it by Martin for the strikeout. And now Brad Burgesson, the pitching coach, will make a trip to the mound and has indicated pitching changes of late, and that looks like that's exactly what we're going to get. So step into your future with Alvernia University Golden Wolves on a call to the bullpen. We'll be right back after this pitching change.
Can't make it to the ballpark? The Art Phils Radio Network has you covered. Legendary Berks County broadcaster Bob McCool is joined by Jake Starr, and they'll bring you radio coverage of all 69 Art Phils home games in 2023. Tune in on the Fightin Phils YouTube channel, Twitch account, Facebook page, or at artphils.com/radio. Keep up with everything Art Phils on social media. Follow us for exclusive content such as highlights, interviews, features, and much more. Find us on Twitter at Reading Fightin, on Instagram at Fightins, on Facebook by searching Reading Fightin Phils, and even on TikTok. Keep up with one of the mostly followed teams in all of minor league baseball on social media.
Schwartz Culleton proudly sponsors the Reading Phillies. If you've been injured at work, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. This bottom of the 7th inning, presented to you by Schwartz Culleton PC. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, and the Fightins have been kind of working their way through this, 2 batters at a time to get to the bullpen. Again, a lot of players on the trip today, and a lot of arms in the bullpen, and Al Padrique hoping to be able to see as many of them as he can today. He's gotten all his regulars on the field already in this game, and pretty close to getting all the pitchers who we're going to see some work. He's not obviously going to throw any of the guys who are scheduled to start in Richmond on the weekend. None of them are going to make an appearance today, but pretty much everybody else who was on the bus is either been in the game or is still sitting and waiting their turn with now 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Bullpen definitely getting thinner down there, Bob, so we've almost went through the allotment of pitchers for tonight.
There's one hit towards second on a hop is Cam Cannon over at first base in plenty of time to retire Uziel Valoria for the out. That's the 3rd out, but as we've seen before, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the inning. Wanting to get 2 batters faced by each pitcher, so even though the 3rd out is recorded, we'll get a 4th attempt here for an out as Nick Ward will bat for the 3rd time.
Similar situation here. Just, you want to work splits here. So you got a righty against a lefty here, so a chance for McKay to go against somebody who's a lefty, see how he fares.
Nick Ward has been a strikeout victim no matter who he's faced in his 2 plate appearances so far. He takes a first pitch over for a called strike here from McKay. Right back quickly with the second pitch. It's this nice slider that's right there for a called strike 2. Ward clearly not looking for that pitch. Takes it for a called strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch, up high, ball 1. 1-2. This one almost hit him. Ward somehow or another was able to get the feet out of the way from it. So the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I wonder how he missed that one. That's some pretty good agility there by Nick Ward.
Ward, by the way, is one of 2 PSAC players on the Jersey Shore roster, former PSAC players. We mentioned that Ward played his college baseball at Westchester University. Jared Carr, who had been hitting behind him in the lineup and playing in left field, is a graduate of Shepherd University in West Virginia, which is also part of the PSAC.
Oddly enough, because, it's not from Pennsylvania.
No, but back-to-back in the lineup. And here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And again, Ward is retired. So it ends up being 3 strikeouts in the inning in the 4 outs recorded by the Reading pitching staff here in the 7th. And after 7, it remains Reading 3, Jersey Shore 2. You're listening to Reading Phillies baseball on the Fightin Phils radio network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin Phils birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin Phils birthday. The Fightin Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Reading Fightin Phils coming to the plate here in the top half of the 8th inning, holding on to a 3-2 lead over the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. Again, the high A affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies organization, playing the double A affiliate. In an exhibition game, both teams will get their regular season underway on Friday and both on the road. As Reading batting here in the top half of the 8th inning. And now batting for the Fightin Phils is Herbert Iser. I mentioned he is one of the 3 catchers on the Phils roster. Right now batting for McCarthy Tatum, who played out a leadoff, batted a designated hitter. Here's a slow roller to third, and in plenty of time to get Iser at first base. So in his first at bat, he is retired on a ground out to third base for the first out in the 8th. And now batting for the Phils will be Cam Cannon. Cannon came in to play second base for Wendell Rijo, who got the start. Had himself in the middle of things for the Phils in the 4th inning. Reading put 2 of their 3 runs across, 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th for Reading in this game. Well, Jersey Shore with a run in the 1st and a run in the 6th. That's where we stand at 3-2. Reading on top, batting here with 1 out in the 8th. 1-0 pitch to Cannon is up high, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes to Cam Cannon. Tristan Garnett, 6'6", 240-pound lefty on the mound now for Jersey Shore, as he catches the outside corner on this one to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Cannon, a native of Glendale, Arizona, 25 years old, playing at the second base spot. Can play second, could play short, can play third. As he swings and misses at this one. Now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cannon. 5'10", 205-pounder. drafted by the Red Sox in 2019. Out of the University of Arizona. He'll squirt this one through the right side for a base hit. So Cam Cannon is a one-out base runner with the Phils' 6th hit of the night. And that will bring Madison Stokes to the plate. Stokes came in to play shortstop for Pedro Martinez, who got the start. As Cannon takes his lead off of second. First pitch is lifted into right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Or no, it's not. Diving catch and a beauty made. And Cannon had his hustle back to first base. An outstanding diving catch made in right field. Looked like a base hit off the bat, but well played in right field by Leandro Pineda. Got a great jump on it. Cannon was off and running, thinking like I did that was going to fall off the bat for a base hit, and he quickly had to put on the brakes and get back to first. By the time Pineda could pick himself up and throw it back in, Cannon was back at first. So Stokes thought he had a hit. Now he doesn't. He's out for the second out. And that will bring up the top of the order and Johan Rojas for Reading. Pickoff attempt. Cannon with not much of a lead at all. Bigger lead now for Cannon. Now he takes a step back, fouled straight back by Rojas, who's changed jerseys. He's now wearing uniform number 11 as opposed to the 15 he started the game with. McCarthy Tatum wears 11 normally. Not sure if that was a issue with some blood on the uniform for Johan Rojas, or maybe just didn't like the way 11 was, or 15 was working out for him. 0 for 3 on the night with a walk in the 6th. This is his 5th at bat. A couple of strikeouts mixed in for Rojas. And he's behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. Pitch just a little bit low. Garnett thought it was there for a called strike. Umpire had a different thought process. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Johan Rojas. Right back to him is over for a called strike 3. And that indeed is the 3rd strike and the final out here in the 8th. As the Fightins go, no runs, a hit. They leave 1. We're through 7.5. It remains Reading 3. BlueClaws 2. You're listening to Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizedpa.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
Welcome back. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. A beautiful night in Lakewood, New Jersey, home of the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. Temperature right now is we're just about almost 25 after 7 at 69 degrees, just dipping below the 70-degree barrier. EPAWA Weather Consulting bring you our updated weather forecast, source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. As we head into the bottom half of the 8th inning, Fightin is on top 3-2 with the BlueClaws batting here in the bottom half of the 8th. Big swing, no contact for the new batter for Jersey Shore. That's Troy Schreffler, who's now in, batting for Jared Carr out of the 9 spot in the order. He's quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Checks his swing here, takes one low and away, and it's ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Schreffler. Batting for the first time after a 1-for-2 day for Jared Carr. New pitcher for the Fightins is Andrew Schultz. Will be a big part of the Reading bullpen in 2023. This one's low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schultz, 6'4", 195-pounder, native of Alpharetta, Georgia. Played his college baseball, however, at Tennessee. 6th-round draft pick for the Phillies organization in 2019. 25 years old. Turned 26 at the end of July. Pitched here at Jersey Shore a season ago. Struck out 48, walked 30 in 30 innings of pitching. All out of the bullpen. Three balls and 2 strikes to Schreffler. This one's way outside, ball 4. So after getting ahead of Schreffler, he ends up losing him.
Also another arm up in the Reading bullpen. It is Brett Schultz warming up. So Schultz and Brett Schultz, Andrew and Brett, spelled differently. Andrew spells it like Schultz. Brett spells it Schulze, but it's also pronounced Schultz.
So with 1 out, 1 on and nobody out, and the top of the order, and Marcus Lee Sang now batting for the BlueClaws. Sang officially 1 for 2 in the night. Singled and got the game started for Jersey Shore in the top half of the first inning, came around to score, struck out in the 3rd, hit by pitch, and scored a run. So he scored the 2 runs that the BlueClaws have on the books so far to this point. Now trying to do further damage with nobody out and his team down by a run here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Quickly behind is Schultz again, now 2 balls and no strikes. Big swing, no contact for Sang, and it's now 2-1. They don't have a radar gun posted anywhere here in this ballpark, so we can't give you an accurate indication of exactly how hard some of these pitchers are throwing out of the Fightin's bullpen. Runner takes off, swing, and fouled out of play, and Schreffler will now have to come back to first base as Marcus Lee Sang fouls it out of play, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It looked like if that 2-1 hitters count, Greg Brodzinski had the hit and run play on. Marcus Lee Sang slices it foul, though.
Pickoff attempt. No problem for Schreffler to get back in. Jake mentioned the Schultzes. Not only do they spell their names differently, but one's an SEC guy, the other's a Big Ten guy. That's how you can really tell them apart, Jake. Not so much by the spelling of the name, but by where they come from in their college allegiance. Here's a ground ball to first. Throw to second is in time. Relay is wild, but it bounces off the dugout fencing and will stay in play. So Sang is safe at first on the throw from first to second. First baseman Nick Podkol with the good throw to the shortstop, Mark Madison Stokes covering. Stokes relay to the pitcher, Schultz a little bit away from him, but again, a good bounce for the Fightins as it rolls right back into play and no chance for Sang to move up. So he now takes over at first base with 1 out and another pitching change coming up for the Fightins.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Welcome back to Lakewood, New Jersey. Again, another pitching change for the Fightin Phils. As we mentioned, Brett Schultz is now on to pitch, taking over for Andrew Schultz. Brett is 25 years old, native of Minnesota, played his college baseball, as we mentioned, for the Golden Gophers, 2019 7th-round pick of the Phillies organization. And now facing Hao Yu Lee with a runner at first base and one out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Phils have shut Hao Yu Lee down pretty well so far in this one. Fielder's choice, safe at first on a fielder's choice, or excuse me, out on a fielder's choice his first time up, but this time he'll roll one safely through the right side. Late jump for Marcus Lee Sang, so he'll have to hold up as Baron Radcliffe closed on it pretty quickly, and Sang had to hold up. Now, again, these guys are doing a little talking with each other because they know each other so well. Radcliffe is saying, what, you don't want to test out my arm? And Marcus Lee Sang saying, no, I'm good here. First and second and one out.
Yeah, Radcliffe and Wright's got a nice arm. Marcus Lee Sang has speed, but Radcliffe fielded that one maybe 50, 60 feet from the edge of the infield grass. So as fast as Marcus Lee Sang is, I think if he goes and Radcliffe puts a good throw on at third, probably dead to rights.
5th hit of the night for the BlueClaws. Now first and second and one out for Leandro Panetta. Panetta singled and drove in the run in the first inning. It drove in, Marcus Lee Sang this one, ripped down the first baseline. Nice play by Podkol, makes the throw to second in time. What a great play by Nick Podkol, ranging to the first base line. Right-hander turns and makes a great throw to Madison Stokes, covering to retire Yu Lee at second base for the second out of the inning.
How? I just no idea how he makes that play. Podkol at first is deep in the hole, down the line, fields at the edge of the infield dirt, quickly turns, sets his feet, and fires a strike to Stokes at shortstop. Probably just going to take it to the first base bag, but he probably figured he didn't have a play at first with how far off he was, so goes the quote-unquote easy way to second.
So now there's runners at the corners and two outs for Wilfredo Flores. Flores plated the second run for the BlueClaws back in the 6th inning with a sacrifice fly to right field. So 2 on, 2 out. Still remains a 1-run Reading advantage here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch squirted towards second. Easy play for Cam Cannon. He'll make the throw to first, and the defense for the Fightin Phils helps get them out of a jam here in the 8th. As Jersey Shore is retired without a run, they do have a hit, and they leave 2. We're through 8. Reading 3, Jersey Shore 2 on the Reading Fightin Phils radio network.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin Phils game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at rphils.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Reading Fightin Phils come to the plate here in the top half of the ninth inning, looking for some insurance. They lead the Jersey Shore BlueClaws by a score of 3-2. 2, 3, and 4 in the Fightin's lineup is due up. Ethan Wilson will lead off. And they will do so facing yet another new pitcher for the BlueClaws. 6'5", 255-pound right-hander Tommy McCullum will now take over on the mound for Jersey Shore. Facing Wilson, who is 1 for 3 tonight. Singled in the 5th, walked in the 3rd. Left-hander settling in, facing McCollum. Comes with a fastball right there for a called strike 1. Swings through this one, quickly ahead of Wilson, no balls and 2 strikes. Nick Podkol in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. And Oliver Dunn scheduled to bat in the third in this inning. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Wilson is retired on 3 pitches.
Nice job by Tommy McCullum. 3 quick pitches there to get Wilson down. Let's see if we're going to get more Carlos De La Cruz. Nick Podkol up, as we said, made an excellent play at first. See if do some work here at the bat.
Maybe the defensive play of the game for the Fightins so far in this one. Taking Jersey Shore out of a potential big inning. A nice play that turned into a fielder's choice. And keeping the game at 3-2. But now 1 out in the 9th. And a 1-0 count. Takes this one over at the knees for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Podkol.
You got to think, if Podkol tries to go to first and doesn't get that play, that inning could be completely different. Or if he overthrows the shortstop too.
This one's fouled out. Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it would have been a race to the bag. Maybe he wins that bag. Maybe he doesn't. But I think the better part of the play was not just the stop. The stop was a good one because it could have been a double down the line. It's a good stop, but going with his momentum, taking him towards the foul line, and then to turn and throw back to second base is what made it an even better play. It's a really tough throw for a first baseman to make because obviously you have to think about the runner in between you and make sure you don't hit the runner with the throw. And there has been a legacy of that in the Phillies organization between Brian Howard and Rhys Hoskins, who have lived some nightmares making that throw from first to try to get the force out at second base. Podkol made the great throw and got the out and helped him get that out of that inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to him, or 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to him is over for a call, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts now for Tommy McCullum here in the 9th. And that's actually 3 straight strikeouts for the Fightins with the bat in their hands. As Oliver Dunn now will bat. Dunn came on to take over at third base for Matthew Kroon. And batting now for the 2nd time. He was a strikeout victim back in the 7th inning. Pitch to him way late on the fastball, swing and a miss.
Back to that Podkol play. He made 2 nice plays that inning. One where he had to come inside from the infield grass. One he was outside from the dirt. Those are tough throws as a first baseman. He made both look easy.
This pitch from McCullum is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. McCullum just rearing back and throwing heat. Big hit at 6'5", 255. Played his college baseball at Wingate. Undrafted, signed by the Phillies organization as an undrafted free agent in 2021.
Wingate, another one of those Division II powerhouses, picked up a national title a couple of years ago. So we got Wingate, Westchester, some D2 powerhouses represented today.
2 balls and a strike, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So perhaps McCullum has an off-speed pitch in his arsenal, but so far he hasn't shown it to Reading in this inning. He's 1 strike away from getting out of it. Back-to-back strikeouts so far. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dunn. He thought he had it there, but the umpire says nope, ball 3.
They were halfway to the dugout.
Pitcher and catcher were both running off the field. And the umpire says stay right here. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Only time we saw that today was when we had those 4-out innings.
This one tried to check his swing, but it doesn't matter. Swing, it's a called strike 3, and McCullum still ends up striking out the side for the Phils in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance time for the BlueClaws. Reading 3, Jersey Shore 2.
Unlike any other area in First Energy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Go ahead.
Reading Fightin Phils baseball brought to you in part by Savage 61 Dodge Chrysler Jeep, Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Last chance, as we said, for Jersey Shore. Reading on top 3-2. So the BlueClaws down to their final 3 or 4 outs in the in this game. We've had 2 different 4-out innings as Reading working their way through some bullpen situations and getting some guys some extra work. As Arturo De Freitas will lead off for the BlueClaws here in the bottom of the ninth. And he takes the first pitch in the dirt from Braden Zarbniski, who is on now to try to finish this one off. Perhaps there is still some activity in the Reading bullpen. Reading has kind of worked their way through 2 batters at a time, 2 outs at a time. This one popped foul and drifting out of play. Oliver Dunn, the third baseman. Madison Stokes, the shortstop, giving it a little bit of a run, but eventually giving up on it and allowing the fans to run it down instead. One ball, one strike. Zarbniski's pitch over at the knees for a called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Like Kalen Kilgore is the pitcher down in the Phils bullpen, left-hander, doing his warm-ups. See if we see him before this inning ends. 1 ball, 2 strikes, way inside. No problem for De Freitas to stay away from that. Now the count is even at 2-2. Casey Martin in the on-deck circle for the BlueClaws. Outfield playing straight away. Infield pretty much doing the same for the left-handed hitting De Freitas. This one fouled right into the fence of the Reading dugout. Doing some ducking along that fence. I believe that was Bruce Pedito, the strength and conditioning coach, who was bailing for safer grounds. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another foul out of play on a check swing. This one up on the concourse. Concourse wraps all the way around here. Again, you can walk literally all the way around the ballpark on the cement walk that wraps around this stadium, built back in 2001. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one bounces up there, and the count now full. Zarbniski played his college baseball at West Virginia. He was a 2-way player for the Mountaineers. He did a lot of hitting for West Virginia as well as his pitching. Pitch is lifted down the third base line. That too is going to drift into foul territory. Right in and out of the hands of one fan's hands and picked up by another. The count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. Zarbniski is a left-handed hitter, but throws right-handed. But his hitting days are done now. And that's outside ball 4. So DeFreitas is a leadoff base runner for the BlueClaws here in the 9th. He gets the job done. That's what they're looking for, base runner. Tying base runner now at first base for Casey Martin with nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Just thinking ahead here, so Keelan Kilgore throwing for the Phils. He looks to be the last guy throwing. Also an arm up for the BlueClaws and Carlos Francisco. More on that in a second.
This one lifted into center field. Rojas drifting back, and to the warning track, and he'll make the catch without a problem for outs number 1. Hit hard and deep by Casey Martin, but to the deepest part of the ballpark, 400 feet to straightaway center field here at Jersey Shore, and no problem for the excellent defensive player that Johan Rojas is to drift back and make that catch a couple of feet in front of the fence for the first out in the inning. And as we mentioned, 2 batters at a time. Reading is going to work their way through these final few innings. And so another pitching change for Reading as Keelan Kilgore will come in to potentially try and get the final 2 outs when we come back to Jersey Shore after this.
To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
1 down in the 9th inning. New pitcher on for the Fightin Phils, Keelan Kilgore, 6'3", 185-pound left-hander out of Wichita, Kansas, coming on to potentially try and get the final 2 outs here in the 9th inning with a man on first base and a 1 out. The Fightin's holding on to a 3-2 lead. First pitch, showing bunt, pulling the bat back and taking it for a ball. Come to plate, over for a called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Uziel Valoria. Came on to play third base, switch hitter. 1 of 3 switch hitters on the BlueClaws roster. 1 ball and 1 strike to it. Takes this one in the dirt. Nice play by Cody Roberts. Keeps it in front of him. Keeps that tying run at first base. That runner is Arturo DeFreitas, who walked to start this inning. So he's on first with 1 out. And a 2 ball, 1 strike count to Uziel at the plate. Or excuse me, to Uziel Valoria at the plate. Pitch to him, swing and a miss. Now 2-2. This one fouled straight back. So the Reading Fightin Phils bullpen is now officially empty. Those who have pitched. The rest are in the dugout and rooting for Keelan Kilgore to try and get the final 2 outs here in the 9th. He's got himself in a 2-2 spot here, facing Valoria with a runner at first base. Left-hander's pitch, breaking ball is up high, and now the count is full. Here's the spot we're talking about when you're talking about young pitchers with a 1-run lead in the 9th inning. Already 1 batter on base because of a walk, and now a 3-2 count to the batter. Pitch to the plate, swing, and fouled straight back as Valoria stays alive.
Carlos Francisco continues to throw down in the Jersey Shore bullpen. Just prognosticating here, maybe he comes in to face a couple of batters. They play a simulated inning, or maybe he's just throwing a full bullpen down there. Looks like he's going full go down there.
He looks like he's
going for a while, too.
He's either throwing on the side or he's coming in. Here's runner takes off, swing through. The throw down to second base is in time, and that will do it. Strike out, throw him out is a double play and will end the ball game as the Reading Fightin Phils get it done with the strikeouts and the throw out on the runner trying to steal second base, and that indeed will do it. The Reading Fightin Phils in the exhibition game against their affiliate here in Jersey Shore with the win by a final score of 3-2. We'll take a timeout, back with our post-game show on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
Sino Auto Group Deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in home run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorrento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Welcome back. Well, we promised you a post-game show, but our post-game show will include the top half of the 10th inning. As we said all along, they're kind of making it up as they go along. This is an exhibition game. And so Reading wanting to try to get as much of their roster in action tonight, and Jersey Shore trying to do the same. And as Jake Starr told you in that last inning, that Carlos Francisco was throwing with a purpose in the bullpen, and now we know what that purpose is. He's here to pitch in the top half of the 10th inning. The mystery becomes what happens after the Fightins are done here in the top half of the 10th, because their bullpen is empty. So I don't know if there will be a bottom of the 10th or if this is just an opportunity for Jersey Shore to get Francisco some work here. But it will be the Reading Fightin Phils' Baron Radcliffe to bat here in the top half of the 10th inning. He's getting a chance for his 5th at-bat in this game. Includes a single and scoring a run and a walk in his 4 plate appearances at this point in time. So officially 1 for 3 on the night. And he's quickly behind at no balls and 2 strikes from Francisco. 1-2 pitch on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Radcliffe not really happy about it, but the home plate umpire, Mike McStudy, has gotten to that point where he's saying, you know what, you guys are going to keep throwing batters up here. You better come up here swinging. Because that pitch, if it was at all outside, it was pretty close. And so Radcliffe is a strikeout victim for 1 out here in the 10th. And that'll bring up Cody Roberts. The first pitch to him is up high for a ball. 3 runs on 6 hits. An error committed for Reading so far in the game. They've left 9 on base. 2 runs on 5 hits. BlueClaws have not committed an error. They've only left 3 on base. Reading defense has taken care of some of that, including what ended the bottom half of the 9th inning on a caught stealing by the man at the plate, Cody Roberts, with a great throw to gun down the base runner. This one is up on the letters for a called strike. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike to Cody Roberts, who struck out in his lone playoff plate appearance to this point. The 2-1 pitch, lifted into shallow center field. Marcus Lee Sang, who's been playing out there all night long, will drift over to a little bit to his right, makes the catch for the second out. And that will bring Herbert Iser to the plate. He grounded out to third base in his lone playoff appearance, coming in now as a designated hitter, taking over from McCarthy Tatum. Tatum had a double and a sacrifice fly and an RBI in 3 plate appearances. Left-handed hitting catcher, now in the designated hit spot, tries to check his swing and cannot, so it's no balls and a strike to Iser. Iser, the younger of the 3 catchers on the roster. He's 25. Cody Roberts is 26. Max McDowell, the veteran, at 29, the oldest player on the Fightins roster. Assume that they will only carry 2 catchers moving forward. 1 ball, no strikes to Iser is way outside. The count 2 balls and no strikes. Again, no activity in the Fightins bullpen, so we'll wait and see if there will be a bottom of the 10th or will be our as advertised postgame show after the Phils are done batting here. Pitch to the plate is over for a called strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Francisco, a 6'3", 218-pound, 23-year-old. Born in Orlando, Florida. This one is lifted foul and out of play. And now he's evened the count on Iser at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it for the Fightins here in the 10th as Reading goes down 1-2-3 here in the 10th. We'll take a break, back to Jersey Shore with more after this.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Welcome back to Jersey Shore. It is now officially over with, and now we are officially in our postgame show here as the Reading Fightin Phils do win the exhibition game over their High A affiliate, the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. The final score of 3-2. Again, the Fightins put across 2 runs in the 4th and another in the 5th, and that was the difference on the scoreboard. Jersey Shore with a run in the 1st and a run in the 6th. Reading getting great work out of its bullpen tonight. And also some pretty good defense alongside Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. Welcome to our post-game show here on the Reading Fightin Phils radio network. Well, Jake, one of the things in talking to Al Padrique he wanted to do today was to get everybody some at-bats. He certainly got that from his roster. He wanted to get some pitchers some work. He got a ton of work from a number of different pitchers. Just about everybody who is not a part of their 5-man starting rotation got some work in today. And I would think he's got some things to not be happy about and some things to be happy about, which is exactly what you want out of an exhibition game. I would think what he'd be happiest about is his team plays some pretty good defense out there tonight.
Defense and pitching, Bob, looked really good tonight. I think there's a lot to be happy there. I think the lesson we learned, and look, it's an exhibition game. You could say, yeah, AA versus IA, but look, these guys pretty comparable. I mean, for Jersey Shore, the next step for them is Reading. For Reading, right below them is Jersey Shore. So pretty comparable matchup between these two sides, but I think what we learned tonight is bullpen depth should be a strength of this team. I think Andrew Baker is going to be one of those guys who gets a lot of those high leverage spots. And how about David Parkinson? Struggled early, really settled in the last 3 innings he threw, and good for him. Hasn't pitched really competitively in almost 2 years and looks solid after missing all last year, so he's got to feel good about that, regardless of what role he plays in this year. Maybe it's a back end of the rotation starter, maybe it's more of an opener, maybe it's a long man reliever type role. I think he's someone who can certainly be very versatile, and excited to kind of see where he goes from there, but not a lot to be happy about. I mean, the bats, weren't great tonight, but it's early. The arms are usually ahead of the bats at this point of the season. Guys didn't have as much spring training. AA spring training games didn't really start till around March 20th, so, the bats probably still getting caught up, but there's a lot to like in this Reading lineup, a lot of potential, and get a couple of days off. A couple workouts tomorrow night, Thursday morning before the trip down to Richmond, and then you open up with 3 against the Flying Squirrels before returning home.
Yeah, if there's a knock on what happened tonight for Reading, the one thing would be probably a few more strikeouts than Al Padrique would like, and a few more too many men left on base. The Fightins did leave 9 men on base. They had a couple of situations where they could have broken this game open with a big spot, a big hit somewhere along the line, and they never really were able to produce that, but that is certainly something that they hope that they can change as this season unfolds. But again, a lot to like and a lot to work on as we now turn to games that matter on the win and loss column for the Fightins. And again, it will start on Friday. Reading will head out on Thursday night for the road trip to Richmond and begin a 3-game series at Richmond to play the Flying Squirrels Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just a quick 3-game trip. And then back home for Monday and the home opener on Tuesday. The Reading Fightin Phils, the Hartford Yard Goats, begin a 6-game homestand at First Energy Stadium 1 week from tonight.
And I don't know about you, Bob, super excited. It's going to be a great night at the ballpark celebrating the 275th anniversary of Reading. Really exciting Reading Alumni National League Champions t-shirt giveaway for the opening game. Should be a great night at the ballpark. Looks like the weather's going to be warm. Hopefully the rain holds off, but should be a great crowd. Al Padrique's home debut with the Phils, and for us, we'll be out on the plaza at 5:15, and can't wait to see everyone out there.
Throwback uniforms for the Fightins.
Yep,
on
Keystone uniforms.
The Reading Keystones will be their throwback jerseys on Thursday nights and select Tuesdays, and one of those select Tuesdays is opening night. So obviously a lot of things going on opening night. There'll be a band playing in Tompkins Plaza, and again, Jake and I will have our pregame show as part of our regular night's broadcast. We'll do that 90 minutes scheduled before first pitch. So for the 6:45 home opener next Tuesday night, we'll be in the plaza just beyond the Briarwood Industries team store. As you're walking down the plaza, we'll be to your left. That's where we set up for our pregame show. It'll be a 20-minute show. You can stop by, say hello. It'll also be shown to you on Facebook Live if you care to watch it. And then we'll tape that. We'll record that. That'll be our nightly pregame show. We certainly will hope to have some guests on the show each and every night, hoping to have Al Padrique for the home opener next Tuesday. So that's some of the things that are coming your way as part of the Reading Fightin Phils radio network coming up this season. Again, it'll start with a week from Tuesday night, 69 home games on the Reading Fightin Phils schedule. And if you can't make it out to First Energy Stadium, Jake Starr and yours truly, Bob McCool, will have the call of the game for you. That'll do it for our post-game show. Again, exhibition baseball tonight. The Reading Fightin Phils with a win over the Jersey Shore BlueClaws by a final score of 3-2. So we'll take the time now to say goodbye. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to seeing you at the ballpark.
This has been a presentation of the Phils Radio Network. We thank you for tuning in and can't wait to talk to you the next time the Fightins take the field.